It's toxic. That's good.
So Frank, what have you been up to, man? Just sulking in your misery and all your regrets?
Yeah, I mean, Gio hooked it up with the cool poster. So,
Yeah, did he give you the signed one?
yeah,
That's dope.
Hey, that's what's
I
up.
told him to give you
yeah.
the signed one. I didn't think he was going to though.
You told him.
Yeah, he was just gonna give you the other one, and I was like, "No, dude, you gotta give him the signed one." He's like, "Yeah, okay."
Why did he just get both signed though? I mean, he said that I know he got the other one signed, the one that I'm actually glad he didn't give me because he said he was between this one and the art one for the actual event. But I said to him, I'm like, well, I didn't go to the event, so I'm glad you didn't give me that one because
Oh
he
yeah,
was
I like the one that they had at the event was cool, but I kind of like the one Zach posted on Vero better. The one with the like the statue reconstruction.
Reassembled statue,
Yeah,
restored
I like
that
that
statue.
one's
one.
cooler looking to begin with, yeah. But I definitely like wanted it because, like I said, the other one has the dates and what movies they showed, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't go to this event though, so like,
Yeah, but it makes you feel more excluded.
yeah.
Yeah, look at these movies you didn't get to see. Isn't that sweet? Look at that. Hang it on your wall.
I mean, the art is beautiful, you know?
Yeah, no, it is. It is for sure. But it's definitely for people who went to the event so they can like remember it fondly, unlike Frank who has to remember it
So
sadly.
you just have to like find a way to like go back to telling me that I didn't go to the event.
Bro, that's gonna be all I do all night.
And then you know what makes it even worse is the fact that like that even if I was there in California, I still wouldn't have went to the event. So you would have still done the same shit. You would have been like, yeah, while Frank sat at the Airbnb and just fucking stared at a wall,
Hey
we were
man,
watching Man
you
of
were
Steel.
Hey,
there.
you could have my lanyard. You could have my lanyard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That'll
For
make
the
you
event
feel
that I still
better.
didn't go to.
Yeah, here's a lanyard to the event you didn't go to.
That's
Get a
such an
shirt
offensive
saying "I
move.
was there." Ish.
Yeah, ish.
Sponsored by Vero.
Sponsored
We'll
by
tell
Vera.
you. We'll tell you all about it. All the awesome shit that you missed.
What would you do? What would you do if I wasn't there, but all of a sudden I popped up on that like little pre-show that he was sitting in the chair with somebody, and it's just like me sitting there
What do you
talking.
mean? Like you're on the panel?
No, not the panel, but like, did you watch like the recap that they have on YouTube? When he
No.
was like, he was just sitting there like with Film Junkie and like a bunch of other fucking people, like
Bro,
just
you think I
watching.
watched the Film Junkie clips at all? Bro, I was
No,
there. I don't
no,
need to watch Film Junkie shit.
no.
Yeah, apparently they had like a sit down with some. Because I saw Raya, she had like a sit down with him. I was like, what was this? I think that was after Man of Steel, right?
It was after. Well, no, it was during each of the movies because like they started the
Each of the
stream.
movies.
Yeah, they started the stream while they were like, I guess they were watching it in the green room in the back while you guys were watching it in the theater. And then like they'd pop in and out. And like there was a couple times where he would throw some commentary, Zach would throw some commentary on. So I don't know. I thought that that was kind of like, I guess during while you guys were watching it, but they were
So wait,
watching.
we were watching the movie and they're having these behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been horrible. You're missing the whole movie. Oh, I can't do that.
No, but like Film Junkie was sitting 2 rows ahead of us the whole time, so he wasn't. That had to have been after.
Well,
It's
he
not.
wasn't there. I don't remember. Well, oh man, I don't remember seeing who was there when and what.
No, he was sitting 2 rows in front of us the whole time during Man.
Oh, so you know you're
And
closer. That makes sense.
yeah, no, he was there. Yo, Gio, I saw you popped in. What's up, man?
Am I guest user?
Yeah.
I was like, that's not your last name initial.
How do I don't know how to
Yeah,
fix
you
that.
know.
Did you know that you could just get onto the Skype from your phone? Like you didn't have to get onto the computer.
Yeah, I just found that out too.
Yeah, I was like every single time I would go over to the computer and be like, "Oh, let me fucking log in and get my go to a meeting or something." And then I was trying to figure out how to send the invite that you send into the chat to the computer because I don't have that chat on the computer. And I was like, "Wait, I could just fucking get onto this from the phone." And here we are.
Yeah, I
So
didn't really know because I haven't used Skype in years. I'm just waiting for Ben, in his Oklahoma time to catch up to 2018 when they
well,
changed
it's
to
like
another platform.
It's not making
Oh.
me use an app. Like this is the
Fuck.
first time like an app doesn't make you use an app. Like it's just fucking here. It's like
Frank
whatever.
came out salty tonight.
Be-
Mad
Be-
salty right now.
Ben's red box just got like fucking Spectre, the 007. Like, they're just like, yo, this new movie's crazy.
Yeah, Spectre is a good 007 though. That was
I do like
one
that
of the
movie.
better ones for sure.
I do like that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I love
we need to have
Spectre.
Andy on here so he can do his Frank impression. That shit's fucking
I'm
hilarious.
gonna judge this.
What time is 8 o'clock here?
Oh, it's 7:22 here.
Just saying.
Andy's like my
Okay, so he said at 8.
Pacific time thing.
Yeah, and he said he could be on after 10:30 your time. So he might show up around 11 or maybe not at all. We'll see.
Wait, hold on. Is there like
Like 10:30. That'd be 7. That'd be in like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10:30.
8 minutes.
Hold on. Is there like a Skype app?
There is a Skype app. That's why my phone is probably going off because I'm using a
What year
browser.
are you living in? Is
What?
there
I'm living in 2023, sadly. I wish I could go to Oklahoma and move back to
I want to
2015.
try to switch to the Skype app. Hold on.
Yo,
I'll go back to
2015 was
1994.
dope. I would love to go back to 2015. That's before they censored YouTube and all the Trump memes were going crazy.
Oh my god. What's that?
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Yo, I just realized, actually, yeah, let's go back to 2015. Oklahoma's gonna get hyped about BVS.
Dude. Oh, that was on the road to BVS hype. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That movie,
Yeah, that's right.
yo, I watched Man of Steel and then the lead up to BVS was like 3 years of waiting like every day for just tiny morsels of news. And I
Yeah.
watched everything I possibly could. And then it came out. And then I had to wait 5 years for the Snyder Cut. I was like, there's no way I'll wait that long for another movie again. And then the Snyder Cut happened.
Oh man, what a ride!
True.
Yeah, that's like the super abbreviated version.
5 more years till the sequel. Yeah, just
More like 10 or 20. if
Yeah.
that.
if that. Yeah.
Now it'd be cool to go back to 2013 and we'll like assemble our fandom.
So I'm like, why did Zach put that shit on the poster if he wasn't hopeful for shit? Because, like, look at the statue. It's reassembled. And he's got his hand up showing there's 5 movies. Like, why would Zach do that shit? It seems
That's
kinda
like
cute.
because he's all about detail. He totally turned it around facing camera. That's huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like,
Nothing like the dude's about detail. Even in BVS when Batman and Superman were fighting, after Batman blocked that like right hook from Superman, there was a permanent dent on that arm guard the whole time.
yeah.
Like little details like that. Then he's
Yeah, but I mean, why would he tease us like that, right? He's like, that poster is clearly like restored vision, Like,
Yeah, saying the number
Mhm.
5.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude? Is this real or not? You can't pull at my heartstrings like this. I can't handle it.
It's
Yeah,
just
we
funny
gotta-
because the poster says trilogy and then the hand says
Yeah,
5.
did you join twice?
He's
What?
switching to his app, so I think his browser is still on.
No, I'm on the app now. I'm trying to put the
Oh,
speaker
dude.
on. Hold on.
It says guest users still here.
Can
So-
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, there you go. I'm on the app now. So, because before it kept taking me in and out. Because
Well, your other one's still in the call, bro.
Well, I thought I signed out.
Is that somebody else?
No, that's definitely me. I think
Or close the browser. I don't know.
I did close the browser.
Oh, this is crazy. This happened to me once on some other show or stream, whatever.
All right, so what was Frank? I want to hear your take on what happened at this event. What was the outsider's perspective? Because, I mean, no offense, but all of us got to go and you didn't. So I just want to, get
Oh
your
my god!
perspective.
For the rest of the night, this is the shit I have to deal with.
I told you it would
Wait, is
be.
this Frank or is this Andy doing a Frank impression?
No, I don't know. This could totally.
I don't know how Andy can do an impersonation of me when I.
It's so close.
Dude,
You
I
would
may have
not
talked to
believe
You
Andy-
won't know until you know, man.
Dude, I've talked to Andy
so
maybe
good.
5 times, like in the same episode, and he does an impersonation of me already.
Bro,
Yo, it just sounded like it just now too.
Is that me?
I mean, if you met Andy, you would get it.
Oh my god.
Andy is an inside joke.
So
I love
Frank,
that guy.
I know you gotta tell us, like, what were your thoughts on this event? What do you think?
I mean, I think it was alright. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, so.
No, like, what did you think leading up? Was this gonna be like some big announcement or anything? You let down by it?
I actually, yeah, you know, for your guys' sake, I actually thought for sure that at least the Green Lantern scene was going to be there.
Yo,
Like,
I did too.
I
Honestly.
was
That wasn't gonna
convinced.
happen.
No, I was convinced. I'm not
I
gonna
was
lie.
hopeful, but I didn't think it was going to happen for technical reasons with Warner Brothers be sponsoring it.
Well,
Yeah,
Maybe that's
I
why they
was
sponsored it, so he
like,
wouldn't pull a fast one.
my thought process was like, it's Zach, and we know he can do crazy shit like that, but also, this is the only time they're screening the color IMAX version, like first and only. So I was like, come on, man, put the green in there.
No, honestly, if he was going to screen the Emerald cut, it would be at, oh shit. Fuck. All right. No, if he was going to screen that Emerald stuff, it would be on at, whatchamacallit? It would be at Art Center. But since it was at IMAX, I don't think he could.
He said what happened to it already a long time ago. Nobody fucking listens. They took it away from him. They took away the picture from him. So
What?
like
The picture?
that's why
Oh, I missed that
couldn't see
bit.
the picture. No, that's why we couldn't see the picture when he came to like, because remember he did armies showing like in LA a couple days before he did it in New York.
Yeah.
So then we thought that he was gonna show it when he was in New York, and then he said in New York, he's like, no, they took that picture away from me. I have it
Oh.
on my phone
You're
and
talking about the one
Now
that
I
he had on
remember.
his phone?
yeah, like he
They
said
made
that.
him
He said
delete
that they
it?
took it away from me. That they took it away from his phone.
But didn't
Yeah.
didn't he put it on Vero?
I'm sure he's got copies.
I swear it's all over Vero and stuff.
Yeah, it's on Vero.
Yeah, but
I think he put it on Vero so
had,
people
like,
could screen capture it.
he had like the scene on his phone.
Yeah.
Like the picture is one thing. He had the scene on his phone.
So the first time we saw this picture of Green Lantern scene, was he showing them the actual scene or was he just showing them a picture of the
I
scene?
think he showed them the scene.
Yo, that's fucking crazy. What showing was that and where did he do that?
That was
The
Justice is
LA
Great in New York, right?
No, it was LA showing
No,
of
we were
Army.
at Justice Gray in New York. He wasn't there.
No. It was LA showing of Army.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But oh, okay. So you did a New York showing and an LA showing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because remember Army comes out like May, and remember the Snyder Cut came out in March. So it would have been like a few months later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he didn't do any showings for the Snyder Cut because there was COVID everywhere, and also like they didn't do showings for the Snyder Cut, so he didn't go anywhere for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, that's what the new movement is about.
Now I remember.
I want to do Justice League IMAX is the new hashtag, or it's
Yeah, I saw that today. I like that one.
yeah. I really want that shit to work, but I don't. There's someone who's fundraising for it, and I'm like, how does that even like? Where's that money going? You're not gonna pay Warner Brothers to do this. You can't afford to pay them to do it.
No,
Like,
the guy didn't like research it because it like he's like, oh, I'm gonna rent out a theater, and he says like all the charges, and it says on it like licensing fees, and I'm like,
oh,
you definitely didn't talk to them because WB refuses to give the license on the movie. That's why nobody
yeah,
could
but
ever show it.
so
Even
like,
for private?
but
Yeah.
hold on, Gio.
No, because they always have to ask WB. Like the theater has to go send a letter to WB, like whatever office that handles like theater shit, and they have to be like, "Hey, we would like to have the license for this movie," and then they go, "It costs X amount of money," and that's
But
why
that-
it says licensing fee, right? Because it's
Yeah,
not
that's,
that amount of
that
money.
doesn't include like doing your own private screening. Like, what if
It does.
What if
It
OJ
does.
rented out a theater and just pulled up his Blu-ray and he was like, "Hey, play this."
That's different. That's different.
Yeah, so this guy could do that, and he could just.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
if he tries to do it at a Regal, they have to get the licensing fee. Even if you pull up the DVD, even if you use your DVDs, you still have to get the licensing fee.
So we gotta go some cheapo gazebo place.
Exactly. That's why I was talking.
Yeah.
I was talking I was talking to you, Frank. I was talking about like we need to find a theater that'll just let us play our fucking DVDs, like a little like fucking
Texas,
place.
bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like I don't need any questions asked. Like, just take some cash, give us the room, and that's it.
Yeah, don't
Simple
come
deal,
in,
you know?
Look at us. Sure, we'll all have our clothes on and shit.
There will be no
Yeah,
donkeys
didn't you say
involved.
there was a good theater in Texas though, like a good IMAX, San Antonio or something?
It was an AMC though. Like They weren't gonna give us the licensing thing. I think they were gonna let us do it before because it was like during COVID and they just wanted somebody to rent the theater.
Okay.
Because I asked them, could we pull up HBO Max? Like, I was like, could we watch HBO Max? And the guy's like, yeah, we have a computer. So, like, you can watch whatever's on the computer. And I was like, all right, we'll watch the Snyder Cut off of HBO Max.
That would have sucked.
That's what we were going to do. Yeah,
The audio sucks on that thing. You have to
totally
bump it.
fucking sucked. It was the worst fucking cut. It would have been
It's
terrible.
ridiculous. The Blu-ray is 10 times better, and then the IMAX is just.
The IMAX is so much better.
Oh my gosh! Even. Oh.
Yeah, sorry, Frank.
Even the footage on your phone, Gio, everyone's phone, it was like crisp.
The footage on my phone.
There's no comparison. It's insane.
Oh, Frank, I didn't show you the footage on my phone because I can't. Like, it doesn't even let me put it anywhere on the internet. Everywhere I put it, it like downgrades it because it's like so sharp. Like I tried to put it on Instagram. I tried to put it on Twitter. Everything like downgrades the image. Like, you have to literally see it on my phone to see like the high resolution of fucking Steppenwolf going. It's toxic. It's good.
Yeah. So sick.
Well, I only saw the black and white one at the time at the Lincoln Square IMAX.
Dude, the color was so much better.
Pretty good.
That was pretty good, you said, Ben?
That was like, yeah, pretty good. This was amazing.
The color is a lot better. It's
yeah.
I don't want to like be mean, but it's so much better.
You don't want to see me. Meanwhile, the entire time you're like been telling me, oh, you weren't there, so.
As a purist of cinema, I have to admit that the color was so much better.
It's so much better. And that Universal City, that was dope. Dude, how'd that compare to New York, do you think? Because I've only seen Justice is Gray at New York.
No, the theater was not as good. Like, the screen was not as good as the IMAX in New York. The sound was pretty good, though. I was amazed at the sound. Like, I didn't expect the sound to be as good as it was, especially, like, looking at the theater when we got there. Because it looked like we were in some fucking high school, like, like somebody was about to come out and fucking do that shit where, like, they play the song and then, like, you just move your mouth. Like, I thought that was about to happen.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
But no, but the sound was really good, and the screen was pretty good. The screen could have been better. Like the New York screen is definitely better, but it's the right size at least.
Yeah.
I don't know. Isn't that kind of like depressing that there's no real IMAXs?
What do you mean no real IMAXs?
Like,
how do they know what
in
an
America?
IMAX is?
There should be an IMAX in every fucking big city.
Oh
there
yeah.
should be one IMAX. There should at least be one IMAX.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere we have a Walmart, there should be an IMAX.
At the Walmart.
Oh wow.
Like, that should be the Walmart tax. Like, Walmart.
I do not want to see a movie with Walmart
to put in a Walmart. Walmart has to put up an IMAX.
I mean, Walmart does got good deals on beverages.
You get so many crackheads in there.
It doesn't matter. We gotta tax them somehow. No. It's not that. No. Walmart doesn't own the IMAX. They pay to put up an IMAX. The IMAX is still owned
in Oklahoma.
Yeah, everywhere there's the Walmart. Everywhere there's a Walmart, they should pay to put up an IMAX.
At least they can get Skyfall when it comes out over there.
That's gonna be my fucking presidential campaign. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna get rid of all the taxes for corporations, and they're just gonna have to put up an IMAX. That's their tax.
Give her a state tax too, please.
Nobody has to pay.
I love how you're swinging away. You're swinging hard. You're not hitting anything, but you're swinging.
No, I like where it's going though.
Yo, we do have this this pretty nice. They call it an IMAX, but I don't think it's as big as the New York or the Universal City.
No,
but
it's not.
at they call it a Warren IMAX. It's like this private theater company, and they do everything a lot nicer than like an AMC or anything like that. I think they recently sold out to Regal, but they still have some that are still Warren. But that's as best. That's as good as it gets. I'm gonna look up the stats on that.
Yeah, you gotta look up the size. Is it the proper size? Because I'm told there's only.
Because it seats 250.
It's not about how many seats. It's about the size of the screen.
Yeah, but I mean that'll give you some indication of how big it is.
Has anyone been to RPX? Like
No.
the bootleg Regal IMAX?
I've been to those.
Yeah.
The sound is okay, but I don't really see a difference.
Yeah. There really isn't.
Gio, where do I even look this up?
What? Where'd you
Where
say?
do I even look this up?
Look up
What?
what? The size
How
of the
big
screen?
this screen is?
It should say in the stats of the screen. I don't know.
It's a 6-story screen.
Is that supposed to be 60 feet?
It's the biggest one on the continent.
What?
What?
The Lincoln Square IMAX.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
at
it's the
that.
biggest.
in
It's the
Oklahoma.
biggest IMAX on the continent.
Yeah. That I know.
How many stories is it?
Let me see.
Lots of stories. At least 10 stories. 3 of them might be fake.
Yo, how do I find the fucking dimensions of this
It's
shit?
75.6 feet tall and 101 feet wide.
Yeah, and I think a story is 10 feet. I think your screen is 60 feet.
I mean that makes sense. I can't find the exact.
Look up what a story is. One story is how many feet? Your people came up with this fucking system. Fucking look it up.
Yeah,
Who's
I don't know why
his
it's
people?
in stories
The
instead of
whites.
The whites.
Are we the White Walkers?
Everyone knows they use Oompa Loompas.
Ben's whitewashing it.
Did you say white wall? What the fuck? Yo, I'm making my white privilege card. Did you guys see that?
When
Yeah, can you tell us what your privilege? How many stories are in a feet, and how many feet are in a story?
Okay.
Oh, me, oh my.
all right, what's the name of your IMAX? Ben?
It's the more
I
word.
can't believe you guys would introduce a simple equation. I can't get off this app. I'm gonna move it off of it. It took me a long time to get here.
What is it called?
It's the
It's called
more
Google.com, and then look up
in IMAX.
one story is how many feet.
It's 4,000 square feet. What the
A
hell?
story?
Is this the right theater? Oh, it seats 600? What?
I don't know what you're talking about now.
Oh,
Is
they
it in
don't.
Tulsa?
No, it's not in Tulsa. It's in Moore. Moore.
This is fantastic podcasting material.
Yeah, bro. That's what we do. Yeah, before you came, we were talking shit about the drama that happened, Man of Steel night. Well, some
okay.
BVS night too. But
Were
I know
you?
Andy's probably not gonna want to talk that. So, Gio, you want to tell your part of the story?
Oh, excuse me, 1 second before you go. It's actually the 80. It's 82 feet according to this.
Which one is 82 feet?
The one that is by Ben.
So the one by Ben's the biggest screen in the world.
No, it's not. I don't think so because the
Did you say the one in Times Square is in Lincoln Square is 75 something feet?
Yeah, you just did.
maybe this is how wide it is.
Isn't it as? Oh, it is. Okay. It's
Wait,
3x4. Okay. Does that, Frank, whatever website you're looking at, does that say tall or wide?
It doesn't say anything. It just says
God
82
fucking damn
feet
it.
IMAX screen. I don't know.
That's got to be tall then, because if it says feet like that, oh, that's the you're
Unless
looking
it's counting like the diagonal of the screen.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Top
the way
end
that they
to
do
bottom end.
TVs.
Oh, is it diagonal?
It has to be, if it
Oh.
gives one dimension for screen wise, it has to be diagonal. Because otherwise it has to be up and down. Because that don't
Somebody
make
do
sense.
the math to figure out how tall that is.
I'm doing dishes. I'm not doing that.
You're doing dishes.
Yeah, man. That's
I
I'm on
mean,
mute.
that's more fun than this podcast.
That's true.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Burn.
You know, no one
We're
made
so toxic or toxic to ourselves, huh? Is that how it is?
Frank, if you want to do dishes, you go do dishes, bro.
I'm doing the dishes,
I
man.
mean, I wish I had dishes.
Oh my god.
Oh, paper and cardboard boxes from Amazon.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have this guy living
Hey,
in your
man,
bathroom?
they're sturdy.
What?
Did he stay over? Is he living in your bathroom now?
Frank? No. No, Frank got picked up.
Yeah, I did.
Picked up?
Yeah,
give him a bunch
The
of
cops
comics and
picked
send
him
them
up?
home.
I was not taking a bunch of comic books just on the A train. It was just not.
I gave him a bunch of comics and sent them home. I was like,
did.
go home,
It's
child.
like what a
Get out
bad
of my house.
stepdad does. Here's some comics, kid. Go have fun.
Go have fun. I have 2 big boxes.
God.
We got pizza too. It was good pizza, right, Frank?
Yeah,
Very
it was actually very good pizza.
That's why I only eat pizza there. Cause why would I eat pizza anywhere there else? It's like they have good pizza. Why would I eat anywhere else?
Somebody's getting the cops called on them right now. All right, so I do want to say this while Frank's on the call. So, the way this, did you hear anything about this TPZ shit?
I don't know. Did I hear anything about the TPZ shit?
I think I told you.
Yeah, you did.
How much
Yeah.
did you tell him?
I think I told them everything.
Oh, okay, cool. I was just gonna make sure he knew that, like, they moved seats, because that was the funniest shit.
Oh yeah, I did tell him that.
He did tell me
Yeah,
that.
like when me and Hamad sat down, we were like, "Oh, cool, this is gonna be a dope movie." You know, we're all prepared for it. And then Mick walks up the stairs, and we're like, "What's he doing coming towards us?" And he goes to the row in front of us, and he puts all his shit down. And me and Hamad just look at each other like, "Fuck, you can't even write this." It was
Oh,
so-
that's what happened. I was on the other end with Will, and then Jeff was next to us.
yeah. No, me and Hamad were like, "What the fuck?" We sat right behind them. What are the odds? Yeah.
That's interesting.
But then they moved, so win. Big win. After they tried to like intimidate us and shit, they ended up moving. That was the funniest part of the night. Yeah, so Gio.
I don't know. It just looked like a bunch of diva stares and scoffing.
Did we get to tell Nos this story, or did he hear just like a real short abbreviated version?
No, we told him the whole story at breakfast.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to make sure Nas heard this because he seemed like he was really into the drama.
I don't care anymore.
For slandering him.
That's going to tell the whole world.
I'm glad it was kind of as small as it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so you ready for this? I'm guessing that these scale the same way. So an 82-inch TV is 78. Yo, this sounds small as fuck. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's like, oh, I guess they differ. Okay, this won't. I don't know how to calculate the size of that screen, especially because it's IMAX.
I don't think that screen is bigger than the one in New York. I think the one in New York is.
No, I don't think so, but I think it might be bigger than the one in Texas. Because it's a pretty big one.
Oh yeah, no, for sure it's bigger than the one in Texas. Because when I looked it up, the one in Texas wasn't a real IMAX.
Yeah.
But everything's bigger in Texas.
They were saying that it was a real IMAX, and it's slightly bigger than the not real IMAXs, but it's not the full size of a real IMAX. So I think like your average theater that says, "Oh, I have an IMAX," their theater is like, let's say about 55 feet tall, or maybe like 65 feet tall, and then like the IMAX, the actual IMAX is supposed to be like over 70 feet tall. And that's why there's like different size ones. Like I think the one that we saw in LA was probably like about 72 or something. Because it just felt a little bit smaller than the one in New York. And then I think like the one in Texas was like 65 or something, or like an in-between size. So it was slightly bigger than the one like the ones that everybody else advertises that are fake. But it wasn't as big as a real one.
Oh, fuck. Somebody needs to fix this Wikipedia page.
Oh, the Wikipedia page is completely wrong. I had to look it up on Reddit. No, yeah.
Man, people still rewriting false stuff on Wikipedia. I thought that was so like 2019.
The Wikipedia thing is all fucked up. It doesn't know anything. It's completely outdated too because it has all these theaters that were like closed down.
That's true. That's true.
Yo, I think I think the tallest IMAX is not New York because the tallest one is 78 feet tall.
And which one is that one?
I think I'm reading the Savannah Morning News. I don't know where the hell that is.
It's Savannah's in Georgia.
Yeah, but that doesn't sound
They
right.
make peaches.
So I only say that it was the biggest in the continent because I don't know if you remember, but the manager of the AMC came in before the screening of Justice League, and basically the guy said, "You were about to watch the Snyder Cut on the biggest screen in the continent."
Yeah, but he works there, Frank. You can't trust his word.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
He's
go
gotta
kick his ass.
promote
then.
that.
And it's California, it's hard. He wants an extra buck.
Yo, but let's be honest though, Ben. Our theater looks so much better than the California theater. It's like not even close.
Ben admitting anything's better in New York is just never gonna happen.
No, he won't. Yeah. And it was like, yo, I'm not lying that I thought somebody was gonna come out and play like fucking all the small things and then just like mouth out like what it's like and not actually sing.
Dude,
like
we
that's
didn't
what
have
was
any
gonna happen.
We didn't have any fucking Joker TikTok crazy dude running in front of the audience at
Worse, you
Universal
had
City.
fucking.
We didn't have any
worse, you
fucking
had-
cosplayers like
the worst,
that.
you had that fucking guy
Wait,
dressed up like
a
Wonder
Joker
Woman.
TikToker?
Hey,
You
that
don't
guy's
remember
cool.
that, Frank?
You had
Yeah,
that guy
right
dressed up
before our
like Wonder
screening, there
Woman.
was some dude, because Joker had just come out, and some dude was like, or I guess he was just still cosplaying as Joker, and he was acting all crazy doing this TikTok thing, and you don't remember that? Like dancing.
Oh,
the whole
that's
audience?
right. Yo, that dude was nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Oh my god, dude.
Didn't
That
get
dude,
that in
yo,
LA.
that's definitely killing people low key, bro. Like,
Yeah. It made me a little nervous.
yeah,
It
that
made
was
me a little nervous.
yo. That actually, I definitely see why now. Actually, now
Yeah,
that
that
I
dude's
think about it in
fucking weird.
hindsight. Wow.
No, but I'd say the theater overall was nicer in New York for sure, but I couldn't really compare the screen quality because like we watched it in color in Universal, and that was a much better experience.
Yeah, the color was so much better.
Yeah.
And we had better seats at the Universal than we did when we were in New York.
I feel like this whole podcast is just gonna be about pissing Frank off, which to be honest, I'm totally okay with. Maybe this will be the piss Frank off talk shit.
I mean,
Episode.
technically, if we want to really like rile up some shit, we could just be like, well, technically, Koj took Frank's ticket, so if we want to like, say some
So I gotta go now. These dishes, man, they're piling
See,
up.
man, you could tell I used to work for
Coach is
Goatee.
working at a fucking diner.
Oh man, don't make me cry.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was dirty. That
No,
was
I had already told Koj that he could have those tickets before Frank even gotten out of bed that day.
Oh dang!
Frank was
Yeah.
still asleep.
I thought I was last on the list though. So
No,
really
bro.
did snooze and lose.
No, I was checking. Hamad was first, and then Jeff or Nas was second, because I knew Gio was gonna get him. I wanted to make sure that Jeff and Hamad could like meet in person finally.
oh, that had to happen, man.
Yeah, that was my like main goal. And other than that, it was you and Nasco. And then because Frank wasn't even talking in the chat. But yeah, I mean, if you would have said no, I would have been like, yeah, Franker 44 next. Who's up?
I mean, I thought Frank was already. I thought Frank was in the chat. Like if he wanted to. 'Cause
He hadn't said anything in like weeks, and then all of a sudden he come in and he was like, "Oh man, I missed it."
Yeah, I thought
The
that
saddest thing.
anymore.
And he missed it by like a couple hours.
By like a long time too.
Yeah, it was
super
close.
There are people that like signed in like at the time of the thing and didn't get them.
that was
Like
me.
Hamad was like sitting
Yeah,
there
like
refreshing
Hamad.
the page like as fast as possible.
Like Hamad technically organized the whole thing.
Yeah, he was like, "Guys, are we ready? Are we ready?" And then yeah,
Oh man.
Frank just muted his mic because he didn't want us to hear
I
him.
think he did.
I was looking at Instagram.
Yeah, I'm watching this
He
girl
got
like
so mad. He
this
decided to
girl
look at
like
some
put a
thoughts.
bunch of fucking vegetables in a pot and then she put milk in it and then she's eating that.
Yo, what the fuck are you
I
talking
don't
about?
What?
know
Milk
what
and
the fuck I'm
vegetables?
watching, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Are you watching a show or something?
I'm just watching like a YouTube video, like like these like videos are like a day of my life, and I guess it's some girl in
Oh,
Japan,
God.
but she's eating like
So
vegetables.
random. Not that you're just watching it, but that you now have to tell us about this random ass video you're
Because
watching.
it's so
Dude,
crazy. Like, why would
it's
she do
such good
that?
content, bro. I appreciate it. Fuck.
Like, who eats that shit?
Oh my
Let me
god.
just put milk and fucking vegetables together.
Crazy lady.
And she like fucking took all this time to make it too. Like she fucking just 5 minutes. I thought she was gonna add something else.
All right. Gio's definitely had a couple edibles tonight.
Nah, I've been smoking straight up.
All right. Yeah, you're not as aggressive as you normally are, so I could tell you something was going on.
I'm
You
very
normally like
docile,
pop
but
in here with a
whatever.
bunch of white people insults immediately.
I had just one today.
Yeah, you and your quota, bro. We're gonna have to start putting you on a limit. You're over your limit this week. You have a debt for
I
next week.
offended Ben. What did I say to offend you?
I don't
I thought
remember.
it complimented you.
No, it was something like white people
I was
stole
like, that's the
noodles or some
smartest thing
shit.
white people did. Because that is pretty smart. You played black people against Indian people.
What?
That's the
I
whole
missed out on
Cleopatra
this.
thing. That's the whole Cleopatra thing. Do you not even understand what your people did?
I thought she was from Greece.
No. So like, because you can't complain that like, oh, that
She's not
character
white.
should be
Should they
white, right?
recast
You
her as
can't
black?
you
Yeah,
can't
I
do
get
that.
it. Okay, okay.
So instead, what
They're
they're
fucking
saying,
blackwashing again. It's
no.
Netflix.
So
What do you
instead, what they're
expect?
saying is that she should look like Middle Eastern, like a Macedonian's like Middle Eastern. So that's what.
Bro,
So what?
you called them Indians.
Yeah, you know what I
They're
mean.
not the same.
Oh man.
Bro.
Oh.
Koja is gonna fucking.
Man,
fuck
why you gonna be in trouble, man? I'm not talking anymore. I'm going on mute.
Good call. Yeah, that fucking trailer for Cleopatra. Did you see that, Koj?
No, I did not. I heard about it.
Good. It was cringe. It had Jada Pinkett Smith narrating it, and dude, the thumbs down. I
Did she
sent it to
produce
the
that?
chat. What'd you say?
Did she produce it or something?
Yeah, she exec produced it. The thumbs down ratio was like no, it was like 343 thumbs down to like 20 something thumbs up. This is in the thousands. So 343,000 thumbs down to like 27 or 28.
So she did justice
It was
numbers or
like the
something.
craziest ratio I've seen in a while.
Wow.
Yeah, people don't like it. You can't see the ratio on YouTube anymore, so you have to use like a third-party tracker system.
And that's thanks to us.
Yeah, it is actually.
You know,
It
it's
thumbs down the
facts.
hell out of Justice League.
Man, it pisses me off every time they promote that movie even a little bit. Even if I see it playing like right after wrestling or before, I'm like, damn, dude, you guys, this should never exist.
Yeah. Yo, Frank, thanks again for that picture. That was pretty sweet.
Oh, no problem, bro.
Yeah, how do you even find these people? Like you're always running into these people in the street and shit. You like do you have like this celeb tracker app where you're like, oh, they're right here. I'll go run and find them.
I tell everybody this, and it's completely true. This is all public information. You just gotta literally go online.
Don't even-
This is
Like,
literally.
like where do you search?
I just literally go, who's on the Colbert Show this week, right? And then I find the
okay.
Colbert Show, and I go,
Nice.
where's the Ed Sullivan Theater?
That's
And then I
pretty
go to the
smart.
Ed Sullivan Theater. I
That's
stood outside. You get your shit signed.
Who you got
Ah,
coming up? You got anybody coming up?
No. I mean, right now there's the writer's strike, right? So all these things are off.
Oh,
mm.
does that affect the late night shows too?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Yeah. Like,
I hate all the late
It
night
affects the
shows.
late night shows
yeah,
the
they
most.
suck. They suck.
They
I mean,
suck.
I just,
They stopped being funny a long time ago.
yeah.
Yo, they took me out of a segment for what was it, Jimmy Kimmel? No, not yeah. I was supposed to be an actor in a Jimmy Kimmel sketch, but they took my
You were
character
gonna
out.
be in it?
Yeah. Back when I was
Shit.
trying.
Nice.
Like as a Koje, like where?
No, I was like a water boy. They had this sketch where some comedian was
Dude,
like
did you say
roasting the
as
sun.
a KOJ?
What's that?
Yeah, like as his
You
character,
just-
Koje.
No, if
Yeah,
they did that,
the way
they'd have
you
to
said
pay me
it
a
was
lot
like
more money.
as a
Like-
KOJ.
You
Like
know
they're
what I
fucking-
mean? Then like there's Koje, and then there's the character Koje.
Hey,
Like with
it's
the
all
full
the
thing,
same
like you gotta have
person.
the full thing, you know?
No, it was incomplete Koj.
I think
Yeah, there you
Gio's
go.
confused about how
So that's
KOJ
probably
works.
why it was not going to make as much money.
Yeah, it would have been better if it was you in full character. Like
I
you
know,
would've
full
been there,
form.
Like, you're
There's no
like, oh, release
character.
the Snyder cut. You like made them all wrestle.
Oh, dude, that would be
Yeah,
great.
that was-
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
That was
Gio's my
probably
promoter.
before Snyder Cut.
Huh?
When was that? What
Yeah,
year
when
was
was
that?
it?
You were what?
That you were trying to get on the Kimmel show.
No, I was casted and they paid me. They just took me
Yeah.
out and put someone else in the sketch. They paid me like what,
Fucking racist.
$150?
No.
But it was back in 2012.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was way before
Yes.
Snyder Cut.
Wait for this.
Yeah. My hair was black then.
You had hair then?
No, facial hair. I had hair. I lost hair when I was 18.
It was black.
Oh fuck, dude.
Wait,
Nah.
you don't
Okay,
have
I
facial
lost hair
hair
when
no
I was
more?
Like some
22.
Buddha shit.
Nah, just bad hereditary.
Good movie, by the way.
Watch out,
Mm.
though.
Which one?
People that make fun of people losing their hair lose their hair.
I'm not.
No, just when people lose hair, it just means they have like an abundance of
Go for it,
testosterone.
man. Go for it. God will come for you.
That is true. That is true.
Nah, we lose hair because we have too much testosterone. We're too manly, It's like out of
Yeah.
control. So
Yeah,
it's gotta.
yeah,
No,
man.
that is
done
true.
down.
Manly.
I'm not jealous though.
Oh, you should be though.
I'm doing all right, thanks.
Yeah, you are, man.
Yo,
That mustache is
yeah.
game.
I love this trending
Alright,
man
fucking
with God.
weird.
I'm like, God's coming after you.
What'd you say? Gio, are you gonna knock on Andy for that? That dude's got so much more hair than me.
He has
Yeah,
so
but
much hair. But
his
he
hair
doesn't
is
make fun
whipping,
of me
though.
for my lack of hair.
It's
He
whipping?
appreciates me for who I am.
No,
Yeah,
it's
like heavy metal whipping. That's badass.
it's a mixture of genetics. But dude, I was thinking back to when we met Rob Carlin. I
Yeah.
don't think I was that drunk, but I don't remember half that night. Like,
You were pretty drunk.
yeah, there
Yeah,
was
bro.
like there was pictures that I'm seeing that I don't remember ever taking these pictures.
Well, I thought you didn't get really drunk until we got home, but you were pretty drunk.
What is a drunk Ben W like?
Oh my God. He said, what did he say? He said he was butt naked.
What?
No, wait. No, he said he was
Oh,
ass naked. He was ass
Yeah, that's
naked.
right. You were
Wait,
describing this
stop,
bum.
Drunk at that
No, I have
point.
to tell it right. I have to
Or
tell it right.
homeless guy.
Totally, that was on the way back from Snyder Cut. I was totally
Let me tell it. No, you were drunk.
Please do. This is great.
He goes, this guy, because he's trying to retell this story about we're coming back from the theater and there was a bum on the street and the bum had his pants down.
No, he had no pants.
Oh, he had no pants. He had
no
no pants.
underwear,
He was,
and
like,
he was
taking his
throwing
shit,
shit.
right? Yeah, he was taking his shit. He had no pants. He was taking his
But
shit.
he was throwing it. He was picking up and throwing it.
But he was taking the shit too, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he had to make it to
Side
throw
of
it.
the-
Yeah, no,
We're on
you
the
have to
side
give
of the
full
off ramp to the
description.
highway.
You have to give the full description. He took the shit and then he threw the shit.
Yeah. But he was throwing it like no one. He was throwing it at like the ghost in his head or whatever.
No, it looked like he was about to hit one of those cars.
He
But
didn't hit
anyway-
us. Thankfully.
Anyway, so that's happening while we're all sober and like whatever. So then he's retelling this story later when he's drunk, man. And he goes, the guy was ass naked. And then he goes, he had a t-shirt on, but his ass was naked. How do we know what ass naked means? And then he just kept telling us that over and over again, like if we didn't fucking get it. And I was like,
God.
man, I was.
It was like you were in shock
there.
that his ass
I
was
like, man,
naked.
I was there.
Yeah, he had a shirt on, But his ass was naked.
That's exactly it.
And that's drunk Ben. That's drunk Ben. That was the whole story. That was the whole
Yeah.
story.
I can't even imagine Ben drunk. Like it's just such a. I don't know.
He's less.
Trust me.
He's less
trust me,
angry.
it's a
He's
very,
less.
very
He's very joyful. You have to say
Yeah, he's
that.
very joyful.
This
He's like
one,
laughing
I'll
at
tell
things.
you. This one, I was
His
pretty
voice
sad.
gets
Like,
so high pitched. It's so funny.
yeah, so my laugh changed throughout that night
Yeah, it
because
got
like I
higher and
started
higher.
losing my voice at a certain point, so I had to change my laugh to be at the like octave that I hadn't lost my voice at yet. It was a weird it was a weird night.
No, that's true. I lost my voice. By the time we were
Yeah.
seeing the Snyder Cut in IMAX, I had no voice to ask any kind of question.
We
By
were
the time the
laughing
movie
so
started,
hard.
I was like,
So
That's
that's
it.
why the question sucked because of you. You didn't ask questions.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
we
thank you,
didn't
Frank.
ask questions. No, but that night I
I had
remember
good questions.
I just wanted to get drunk because I was like, oh fuck, this is the last night with the boys. We gotta fucking
Oh,
go
Ben.
hard.
Oh man.
Aw.
Yo, you remember like when Andy okay, so I got up to go to the bathroom and then
Uh-huh.
Andy like got up too and followed me.
Uh-huh.
And then he was
What?
just like or I was
Dude.
like, you wanna just go for a walk?
Where's
He's like,
this
yeah,
going?
let's just go
Oh
for a
my
walk.
god. Oh my god.
So we just started walking.
And wait, and then Ben knows that like I'm heavily on a lot of edibles at this point.
I was just gonna say this is like where's this going?
This is like after the Snyder cut. So I was the whole movie like fucking just munching on these things like they're fucking like Kit Kats.
Wow.
And then we're going to dinner and then like do you remember that fucking Andre just kept going on and on about Din Tai Fung?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About
so,
what?
So he really
Dintai,
wanted
it's
to this fucking
is it
restaurant.
Korean?
No,
No, it's Chinese.
no, it's
Okay.
Taiwanese. It's not
Oh,
Chinese.
my bad, Charlie.
Oh, it's Taiwanese.
Taiwanese.
So why was he going on and on about it?
Because
Well, he liked it.
well, no,
He
we
had it
later found
before.
out. Later, I found out too, just talking to Andre, because fucking Ben got so jealous that me and Andre were bonding over food.
Bro, you guys were like straight up on a date. Like I tried to talk to you and you completely ignored Andy. You completely
so
ignored me. Like we were
jealous.
trying to ask you guys what would be good on the menu and you guys acted like we weren't even there. So me and Andy just look at each other and we're just like, well fuck, we're just third wheeling this shit now. I'm just gonna go. So we just fucking left.
Half the time I was lost, I couldn't get there.
I mean, they're having a good time. We just didn't want to interrupt that shit.
So like Ben's been kind of bitchy all day.
Bro.
I mean,
So at one point in the dinner we go, do you guys want to like split food or like get your own thing? And Ben goes, a lot of this food looks weird. I just want to get like one thing that looks normal. So then I'm like, all right. And then like I just like fucking me and Andre, you know, we're like, all right, let's fucking pick shit and we're doing our fucking thing, right? And then halfway through that, Ben goes, so what are we ordering? And I'm like, what do you like we've already picked everything and like I thought you were a part of this.
There
And so
was,
I thought
yeah, you guys weren't hearing like half the shit we were talking about.
so
we
that
just
yeah,
fucking
so
left.
then Ben's like, yeah, I was telling you all this stuff, and I was like, no, I wasn't listening to you because I was bonding with my homie Andre.
Yeah, him and Andre had like this, their eyes connected, and they had this like bonding moment. But it lasted for like 20 minutes, where they were both like talking about all the shit that they love, and there was like this crazy romance in the air that I was not understanding at the time. But yeah, they definitely connected on multiple levels.
So then I hear some Ben or Andy go, oh, that chicken place, they have one over there because we had just gotten fried chicken the night before. So then I thought, like, when you guys got up, that you went to go get chicken. I was like, yeah, all right, go for it. But then, like, Andre took, like, your response is like, oh, let me order more food. So then he ordered, like, a shit ton of food. So then I called Andy. I'm like, are you guys going to come back to eat? Because Andre ordered, like, a shit ton of food. And then I was also kind of worried. I was like, is Ben upset?
Am I
because
what?
I had all this anxiety because Ben is just sort of...
What?
But you don't
What was
understand,
going
I
through
was
your
on a lot
high
of
mind at
drugs.
the time?
We thought you rage quit dinner,
Yeah, I thought you rage quit dinner.
if that's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, I don't even know. I was just going for a walk.
Bro, you can't just be making these sudden actions around people that have had a lot of edibles. It's not how
But it
I
was a
do
delicious
it.
dinner. It was very nice.
It was good. I liked it.
I'm also happy that I didn't even try one bit. It was not my thing.
Nah, it's delicious, bro. One day.
I don't think Ben will like
I'd rather get drunk again.
No, I was kind of
Yeah.
lost in getting there because I
wanted-
couldn't
Me and
find it.
Andy ended up not eating anything that night, and so we
I
just
really
went and got drunk.
I really wanted In-N-Out. You ate the chicken from the night before. I reheated it for you.
I would have enjoyed getting drunk.
That did happen.
I'm totally like when people are drunk. I'm totally like the drunk people's mom.
Aw.
Yeah, Gio like brought out the food.
Yeah, I made food. I gave everybody waters.
We were
like-
just sitting there.
Make sure
I was like,
everyone's
Yeah.
all
I
right.
made sure Ben
some
got to
Skittles and
bed.
whatever Andre bought. And Gio comes out with the leftovers from yesterday. He's like, "Here, come eat some of this. You look hungry." We got high Gio and drunk Ben, and I don't think Andy was anything. I don't think he was
No,
drunk.
Eddie was a little. No,
He's
he
just
wasn't
chilling.
that drunk. You know, he wasn't that drunk because he drank a lot the night before, so he only
Yeah.
had a few beers this night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy was also our chaperone.
Yeah. Gio, you never put up that shared drive, bro. You're supposed to put up
Oh,
like
bro,
all the
I'm
pictures
the
that we
worst.
took. We took some like album covers and shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that album drop.
Make them as like cringy as possible. I never even got to see him because Gio never. He said he was gonna put up a shared drive for all of us to like put our pictures on. Never.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Like
Someone was taking a video, like a candid video from the line outside of the IMAX, and like I just saw like Jeff and Ben just standing there looking like so unamused by the environment. It was
Really?
yeah.
All right, so all right. I know Jeff's gonna hear this, but there was this kid in line with us, and me and Hamad were there, and this kid showed us. All right, first off, I'm not trying to be mean, but the kid was not socially sophisticated, I guess. He was a little bit awkward, and he would like
Aw.
dominate the conversation he had no kind of business in, and he would be really loud at times. So at one point we're like, okay, he's behind us, we'll be okay. But then at one point he goes like, guys, Ray Fisher's confirmed to be here, and then he shows us a picture, and it's a picture of Fab and Ray Fisher, and both me and Hamad just like instinctively go, fuck off, just leave. Just like this poor kid had no idea like why we were so mad, but me and Hamad just like yell, fuck off, just and we didn't explain anything to the kid because he was kind of annoying.
You know, that is pretty
felt bad
toxic.
about that, but.
Oh,
It was-
Ben, you're the worst.
Yeah,
You're
well,
so
it was
toxic.
Hamad too, and if you were there, you would have done the same thing.
I would have done worse.
We've been standing in line for the last like 2 hours. We're standing in the hot sun for like 2 hours, and this kid's like yelling, and then he shows us a picture of Fab, and we're like, "Nah, fuck off, bro."
We all kind of knew that though, because Ray Fisher that's why they relocated Sean O'Connell to
Yeah, that
BBS.
was funny as shit.
That was pretty obvious. I was like, Ray Fisher's gonna be there. Shadow
The
of
thing
doubt.
is, like, why did they have Sean at all? Because when Sean came, Zach didn't even look at him once. Like when Zach was sitting next to him during the BBS panel, Zach looked at him 0 times.
His body position was also facing away from Sean
Yeah,
O'Connell. And there's
so I
there's
wonder
like
if,
2
like-
chair distance between them too.
As
Here's
a
my theory.
as a what's the word? As a objective person, I could confirm that that's true.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, but my theory is that Zach had no idea what Sean was doing in the background because TPZ was running point for him. Like they were defending him the whole way. And then finally Ray Fisher chimed in and he was like, "Hey Zach, I'm not doing a panel with Sean O'Connell. You got to move that guy." And then Zach was like, "Oh, why?" And then Ray explained like all the shit that Sean did. So I think this is the weekend that Zach found out that Sean's a piece of shit. But
Zach needs a few
That's
more
my
weekends
theory.
coming.
That's
Yo,
theory.
this is some juicy rumors right here that I could neither confirm nor deny. I don't know.
Wait,
What are the
happened to
juicy
Scoop
rumors?
game?
What?
What are the juicy rumors?
What the gossip that Ben just said.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was getting all hyped. Like, oh, what's the juicy rumors? Like you're about to present some information that you
No,
heard.
Ay.
I was just backing
Gio's
that
not a
up.
real scooper. He just likes to pretend he is one.
Yo, some of my scoops were real. They were heavy scoops.
Heavy scoops.
This just in, Gio's going to reboot the Lightcast.
Oh God.
I don't know what that means.
Do you remember Lightcast Pod, dude? Do you remember that douche?
Wait, is he still around?
Which
No,
one is that one?
with the
Which
fandom,
one?
because people went at him over
Which one?
the
Which one is
comic
like?
book, the motion comic.
Which one is
Oh,
that one?
right. Because
Which
he
one's
was
like-
like
The dude-
organizing that.
Gio, you were on a fucking podcast with him where he kept calling you guys childish. You and
Oh,
Peely.
the teacher,
Yeah,
fucking school teacher.
yeah, that's Lightcast.
Wait. Gio was on a podcast with him.
Did you?
Yeah,
miss
it was a long time ago.
Bro,
Just in
that was
the
like-
drama.
Because
That
of
was some
Peely, and then he
drama.
tried to pull up some drama with the
Bro,
fucking PPZ shit.
that was during
I'm
the
like, I don't know
Watchmen
none of this
days.
shit. I have nothing to do with anything. I don't know any of these people.
That was during
None
the
of us
Watchmen
really do.
days. So whenever we're running around with like buttons as our logo, do you remember that? Like the Watchmen button, the smiley face with the blood on it. Yeah, everybody had those as their like Twitter icons, right? And we triggered the Lightcast guy, I guess, and he wanted to know what it was about. And Peely was kind of explaining it. It was just kind of our thing to show like unity of people who don't fuck with TPZ at all, and people who actually did stuff in the movement, and didn't like try and take other people's credit. So we were just like having fun with it, and the Lightcast guy who had invited Gio and Peely on. Gio was like his manager at the time, doing my air quotes. And he like all he wanted to do was like slander you guys for some reason, because he just kept trying to like associate you guys with like childish behavior, but he wouldn't listen to anything you guys are actually saying. He was just trying to like explain over the top of what you were saying, what he wanted you to be.
He even made a diss at the whole Watchmen as a theme.
No, but he was he was trying to say that like the Watchmen shit was just to like start this war with TPZ. Like that's basically what he was trying to say. That
No,
like,
he
we were all
wasn't.
fighting with TPZ, and that it was childish that we were fighting with TPZ. And I was like, I don't even know who the fuck half of these people are, because at that point, like I didn't even like the only TPZ people I knew were the people that I knew from the fandom. This is like way earlier. Like
That's
it was
not
before,
what I got.
it was before I
You
even
can go
fucking
rewatch it,
went
Frank. It might still be on YouTube. I don't know.
No, I
The
think
funniest
he-
thing about it
I think
though
he
is that
deleted all of them, and then he does them like live too. So like you're there, and then you have to like fucking read the like live chat that he's like doing, because he starts like responding to it, and I can't.
Yeah, that's the
I can't
fucked up
see it the
thing.
way
He like
he's
stops
talking.
listening to you so he can respond to the
Yeah,
chat.
but then like what people
And
don't
then at one
what
point,
people
Chris
don't do-
Vinaldo jumped in the chat, and like Kess was like, he like told you guys to shut up, and he was gonna talk about Chris in the chat. It was like the weirdest behavior I've seen from any podcaster.
Yeah, it's so weird. And then like what you guys can see is that like so Lightcast can see the questions coming in from the chat, but I can't see them because he's got like his setup.
Yeah,
That, like,
yeah.
pulls the thing up. So he's like responding to shit that we don't even like know what he's saying. Like we
Yeah,
don't know
neither
what
of
he's
you guys had
responding to.
any idea what was going on.
Yeah,
It
we had
was-
no clue. We had no
It
idea.
was very obvious that
It was
like
so
he
weird.
fucked up.
Like I had no idea, and like you can't even tell that we have no idea what's going on because like it looks like we can see like the stuff, but we didn't have like a view of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like Andy's trying to join, but he didn't jump in yet.
Tell him I gotta get a fresh drink anyway.
Fresh drink.
That's a good idea.
Frank, I don't think we've heard enough from you tonight. Andy, forget
Hello?
you. Yo, what's up, Andy?
What's up, bro? That's why
Yeah,
you never, ever judge a turtle by the thickness of its shell.
Who was talking just now? I can't tell
Oh,
anymore.
What the fuck that means?
You guys talking about fucking Shredder and shit?
Oh, we should be.
Like how he's like chilling in the fucking underground sewer, deceiving a bunch of fucking kids. That's like
Corrupting the future, watching a
That's-
bunch of TV screens, monitoring the news around the world.
Andy, what podcast were you listening to?
That's what the same shit that fucking Bane was doing, dog.
The who? Bane?
Bane. I heard Bane and a cough.
Andy's just jumping in here with some random thoughts. That's all.
Bane was like chilling in the sewers too. And he was recruiting like young kids. Remember, they were looking for work.
This is true.
Bane was being Shredder for Gotham.
Wait, who's all in here? Is that Koj?
Yo, it is.
OJ, we got
What's up,
Gio, we got Frank.
What were you guys talking about?
Turtles.
Not turtles, but now
Oh,
we are.
damn.
We are now.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Andy, I've been hyping up your Frank impression. You want to give that to him tonight, or you want to save that for in person?
They have no idea what you're talking about, bro. Where's Frank?
It's like we gotta unlock it.
Where's Frank?
I'm dying to hear this. So
That's why he didn't talk as soon as I entered the chat. He's like, I'm not gonna talk.
oh no. I haven't been talking much at all. I've been on my phone.
Like you have,
he doesn't like the subject matter. We've been talking
you have
about
you have like a girlfriend you're texting or something.
Unfortunately,
some kind of girl in your life.
yeah, I do. I do have that.
Well, that makes you soft, son.
Does it?
Love is for pussy.
Damn it.
We all swore the oath.
We all swore the oath of just getting no pussy is what it is, or
Fuck yeah, bro.
These are times of war, Frank.
well, I mean, listen, I did
restore the Snyderverse, no distraction.
Oh my lord.
I did witness the exact spot that Ben and Gio had hot sex after the Snyder cut that night on the couch.
You didn't just witness it, you sat
Yep.
on it, bitch.
No, I
Oh,
didn't
my
sit
virgin
there.
ears.
I sat on your computer chair, so that's impossible.
No, you sat on that shit too. You didn't notice, but you did.
I didn't. You must have been so high that you fucking imagined that.
No, it's wild to me that you guys haven't like hung out. You're so close together.
I know, it's so crazy.
It's
Yeah, what the
like
fuck?
Frank lives where I used to live.
It's like
We
in your
live
old
on the
neighborhood.
same island too. It's
No,
not even like
no,
different
but not
boroughs.
just that we live on the same island. Like Frank lives right now, or like the last neighborhood I lived in before I live in now. So like I had to have crossed paths with Frank at some point, and I just never.
Like in the grocery store, going like, man, this guy's in front of me. Man, it's staying forever.
I mean, it is New York City. It is a big. I don't know, but it's possible.
Well, I did
That's
track
wild.
down that I actually saw Gio at an event before I met him, which was at the Dark Knight trilogy was being screened in the IMAX there, and he had to release the Snyder Cut show on, and I was looking at
motherfucker.
and I was with
representing
my boy.
everywhere.
Yeah, I was with my boy, and I was like, "Yo, that dude has a pretty cool shirt there." I was like, "That's awesome." And then like we just kind of moved on about our day, and that was it. Like, yeah, that was Gio.
Wait, so what year was that?
It was. Oh, we never looked it up, but it must have been like after I did the Comic-Con.
Oh, that was after Comic-Con?
It
So
had
was
to
that the
be.
New York shirt?
It had to be the New York shirt because I don't.
No, I would have had the New York shirt
Yeah, because I gave Frank the New York shirt.
in New York.
Yeah.
Oh.
There had to be it had to be like the San Diego shirt.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
So was it like
No.
in between?
No, you know what shirt it
cons?
was? No, you know what shirt it was? It was the one that like. Remember, there was one that said "Release the Snyder Cut" and it had Superman's logo in it and like Batman's logo in it.
No.
Yes, that was
Oh
one.
wait. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we stopped using it because then we found out that like look that font I guess was from the promotion for Justice League. It wasn't
Justice
something
League,
that
yeah.
it wasn't something that Zach was trying to do. So I don't use that shirt a lot anymore. But like that was the shirt that I had because that was one of our few designs.
It
Because
was
the
so
shirts.
confusing. Like the run up to that, there was a lot of like Justice League promo stuff that I really thought was Zach doing it. Like there was
Yeah.
some music video they released before the movie.
Yeah.
Was one of the things. And then there was some other like promotional stuff. Like Lois Lane was doing this speech thing, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. But yeah, I don't know, because we definitely used the Lois Lane speech in some of the Snyder Cut stuff when we were trying to hype it up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? She read part of Silas Stone's monologue at the end, I think.
Oh, in Justice League?
No, well, it was a promo for Justice League. I don't think it was. I haven't seen Justice League in so long. I don't remember if it was
I
in the
refuse
movie
to
or
watch
not.
it again, man. I'm just finally getting it out of
Yeah,
my.
I'm not touching that shit.
No,
Was it?
like, dude, when I was watching the
I do
Snyder
remember it though.
The desecration without name.
Exactly. No, like when I was watching the Snyder Cut at Universal City, like some of those memories were coming back to me, and I was grimacing while I was watching the movie, like, oh fuck, the Justice League line was so different than this. Like I can't believe I still remembered some of that. Like the shit when Superman and Lois get to the Kent farm for the first time,
Oh
and
no.
she tells him like, "You spoke," and he asks her, "Did I not before?" The Justice League line was, "You
You
smell,"
smell good.
and his line was still, "Did I not before?" And I was like, "Oh my god, they fucked up the script so bad. Like they fucked this shit up so bad for the
No,
dumbest."
that's part of that Justice universe, you know, the poop fetish
Oh
and all
my
that.
god.
Even
Because
the stuff coming up now that's not Snyder is tied to Justice League.
the only reason they changed that line was because they wanted to have Superman talk to Batman. They wanted him to like hold Batman by the face, say,
Hey, do you
"You
bleed?
bleed, you will." Like that was the dumbest shit ever.
But does the world
Was
need
the reason
you?
they changed that line, and I realized that when I was watching it this time.
How long
But,
have you guys been talking?
I don't know, maybe 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Why?
And, like, why did, like, when Superman comes back, he's like a little bit autistic. Like he's like it takes him a while to like understand shit, and but even when he like full force like back in the black suit, like he doesn't talk a lot.
Yeah.
Well, he just came to the party. I figure, you know, he doesn't have much to
But is
say.
he
Well,
is
it's
he gonna
it's also
change?
the Kryptonians like getting used to like the senses and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you
He
go.
he was
It's a
slowly
lot to take
getting
in.
back,
It's not just
right?
that. Yeah, exactly.
And especially when he went up to the sun and he got like ultra powered, he was like kind of restoring a lot of his cells and hopefully
Mm-hmm.
some brain cells.
Yeah, so it's
No,
like yeah. And then when you think about it, like he's coming back. That's why it's important that some of that scene is like shot with the X-ray and stuff, because it's supposed to be a callback to when
to
he's
Man of Steel adjusting his powers.
when he's a kid in the room and he's like he
Mm-hmm.
can control whether he sees the X-ray or not.
He's the X-ray or not? What do you mean by that?
Like he
You
can't
know,
control,
his X-ray
can't
vision.
control his X-ray vision, so
Oh,
he's seeing some of the people like in X-ray vision, and he doesn't want to.
yeah.
But not just that. A cool thing is that Superman has like also telescopic vision. He can see far. So when you see the camera go closer to them, that's actually him adjusting as well. As I took it.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Because even in Smallville, they point out that power. You
Wait,
know,
when
he can look at photos and hone in on small details and pick it out better than we can.
wait, Koj, what do you mean? Like, what scene are you talking about?
Oh, like in Snarko when he comes back and he's scanning them and the camera goes forward. Even in Man of Steel when he's looking around his class, the camera's zooming in on the people. That's also that could be perceived as he's zooming in with his eye vision as well. Because you know how birds they can see far like that too, like telescopic vision or whatever it's actually called. Superman has that ability. That's why his precision is amazing.
Yeah, at first I thought you guys were talking about like the end fight scene still, but yeah, no. You're talking about when he first got resurrected and they're in
Yeah. That and also Man of Steel in the classroom, he's all zooming in and all that. That's
Yeah,
like
but no,
his eye ability.
there's several versions of that in Man of Steel because it happens to Zod and it happens to
Right.
yeah
Feora and stuff.
Feora, yeah, like remember when they take off that little face mask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or hers gets like punched
that's
off.
like Koj said. I thought they were using the camera to like show you that his like his vision's impaired, his senses are like super active and he can't control them right now.
Yeah.
Because then
Yeah.
also when he sees Lois, he does the thing where he like focuses on Lois, like the way that the cinematography of the composition of that scene,
Yeah.
her in the mid, like the way it puts her in the middle is meant to be like, oh, he's focusing on her.
Yo, why didn't Zod want superpowers? Like, his argument, I was thinking this time watching Man of Steel. His whole argument was like, we don't want to suffer for years adopting to Earth's ecology or whatever he said in like the beginning of the fight, or maybe he was talking to Jor-El at the time.
It sounded
But-
Jarrell.
Yeah, he was just saying like, why would we suffer for this long, just trying to adapt to Earth? And I was like, because then you can fucking fly, dude. What the hell?
But you gotta
Why
understand,
would you
Zod
not
is
wanna do
also
that?
Zod is also a hypocrite. He'll say anything to win the argument, and also if he's like, "Oh, we do have powers," he kind of wants to be the only one with the upper hand. He doesn't want anyone else
Yeah.
having powers.
But
That's-
I think also built into his character is that he's gonna blindly want to recreate Krypton.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's his main goal, no matter
He
what.
just didn't want to share that shit with everybody.
Yeah, like it's built into his DNA to restore Krypton.
But he's okay with severing the degenerative bloodlines that led them to that calamity, right? So like,
No, yeah, he'll pick and
obviously,
choose who he
he's
resurrects
okay.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
he's okay with changing stuff, but he's not okay with flying. Like,
I mean, they
No,
got sick ass
he
ships
wanted to
though,
fly.
you know.
Ben,
Well-
I'm not gonna say it, but some people are radical about some shit. I don't know, man.
Some people don't like to fly, maybe, you know.
Yeah,
Some
just
people don't get on planes.
Just translate that to one of your other Walmart arguments, and then it'll fucking make sense.
No, I kind of see where you're coming though, but nah.
He didn't care about wanting to fly and all that shit because it's like Gio said, it's in his DNA to rebuild Krypton. That's his sole
Right.
purpose. So like he just wanted to eradicate everybody and still be at the top. Because if he learned how to fly and all that shit, then like he still has to like deal with jacking everyone up and because he had to terraform. And then he'd have to deal with like Superman, and Superman had a different idea.
And then also, if he's the top of his game without powers, why would he? I don't see him going into a world where everyone has powers. Then he's like, "Oh, I gotta be on top of this game. I gotta master this. Someone else could probably beat me and take me out of my power of position." Can't have that because he's a control freak.
Yeah. So another thing I noticed this time versus last time, or watching the Snyder cut, so I kind of had a problem when I first saw the Snyder cut where I was like, Superman's like overly brutal to Steppenwolf. Like he's like seriously
He
beating the
cuts off
shit
his
out of this
ear
dude
or
who
whatever
has-
that thing is.
who cannot defend himself. It was just like really punching down on this dude. So this time I was looking at it. He said something before to Lois, saying like, I have a second chance, Lo. I'm not gonna waste it.
Yeah,
And they brought me back for a reason. So I was like, okay, it makes a little more sense that he's taking it really seriously. Like they brought him back from the dead to fight this dude. Like it must be really serious. So he
Yeah.
could like take this deadly seriously and just like kick his butt really fast to like pay them back for, giving him a second chance.
definitely. Because he also remembers fighting such a opponent with Doomsday. You know, he knew what it had to take.
You know what's funny
Yeah,
is
the
when I
power
heard,
levels between Doomsday and Steppenwolf was like massive.
Yeah. That's why I think we see Superman smiling the whole time. He's like, "Man, this is easy."
Yeah. And I do still I think I had a problem also walking out this time thinking like Wonder Woman was different in her fight against Doomsday. Like she seemed more aggressive in that fight. But then I remember that this time Steppenwolf had he had told her about her island burning and she could have protected her sisters if she was there and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think he got in her head and messed with her fighting ability that way. And
you know
sorry,
what's
I'm
funny
looking-
is like
What?
No,
when
I think. Sorry, go on.
when I heard Superman say they brought me back for a reason, like I didn't even think of like the Justice League resurrecting him. Like my dumbass was thinking like the Snyder cut. like he was. They
I mean,
brought
it
me
works on
back,
that
like,
level,
He's talking.
too.
He's talking about us bringing him back, and now
I
he's
mean,
gotta-
yeah, that works. Like That there's multiple things.
I was
in
thinking
there
all
that
meta
like
and
that.
shit.
Like the shit when Darkseid goes, ready my armada, we'll use the old ways. I took that as like super meta when that first came out. Because I was like, oh shit, Zach's gonna like he wants us to like, I don't know, do some crazy shit. Use the old ways. I don't know. I took that as like
What did Zach say about the toxic shirt?
he was so
Tired.
Zach he was kind of tired by the time I got to him, unfortunately. But
You didn't get to ask.
I could tell he was really excited about it. So like when I put the shirt down, I was telling him the story. I was like, so back in the day, Zach, the bloggers would call us toxic just because we said that the Snyder Cut existed. So we kind of took that and ran with it as a joke. So we started calling ourselves toxic. And then when Steppenwolf in your movie says that line, and the line that's on the back of the shirt, it's toxic, that's good. We just we went crazy and we thought that was the funniest shit. So here's a shirt that we made for ourselves. And he's like, oh, this is mine? Oh, sweet. And he like saw the little logo and he picked it up. He like threw it on the ground with all the other shit that he got that
Dude, I didn't hear any of that. Man, I was like standing right next to you. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, this is my first time hearing that too. What the hell?
With Deb. You were too enamored with Deborah Snyder.
Yo, we were so enamored with Deborah Snyder.
That makes sense.
so
That makes
sweet,
sense.
Every day, and we were like, yeah, Debbie, every day.
Wait.
Damn
What happened
day,
to Debbie?
Yeah, bro. She was cooler this time for sure.
She was like, and you guys talk, and you guys keep in touch and talk, and she's like, you guys talk every day. We're like, every day.
Oh, wow, you guys
Every
said to
day,
her that
Deb.
you guys talk like every day? That's what she said?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how she picked up on that. 'Cause
Andy-
she
I
was
went
like,
No, I
Andy
went up
like
to it
fucking
first.
sweet charmed her. Yeah, Andy, yeah, tell it.
I don't
No,
know
like-
how. I don't know how she picked up on it, but she's like, you guys. She looked at me and Ben, and she's like, you guys are all friends, all of you guys, and like she pointed.
Let me tell the story because I
Pointed all the way back. No,
Yeah,
but it's
set up
creepy
the
because
the environment and everything.
It's
For fuck's
creepy
sake.
because she pointed all the way back to Jeff, like she knew where
Andy,
it stopped.
let me tell the fucking story, bro.
She knew where the friends stopped.
Yeah, she knew. Okay, but we were also
Yeah.
wearing the same shirt, so that helped. Except you, 'cause you're a fucking asshole.
Except for me.
Yeah. No, Andy wasn't either.
Oh,
I
Andy
didn't get
had
a
his shirt
shirt.
it was
covered
me,
up.
I thought you were
Andy,
getting me a shirt, Ben.
Fucking
I wore the shirt too, but I had
No,
my
anyway.
hoodie on too.
So I walk up to Deb. We just finished talking to Patrick Tatopoulos. He's a cool dude. We'll tell that story.
Oh, that dude's
But-
awesome.
So I started talking to Deb. I'm like, hi, this is so awesome. Thank you for doing a second one. I came to the first one and I didn't have any friends, but this one I got to bring all my friends with me. And then she was like, oh, so you guys are all friends? And then that's when Andy like snapped to and started listening.
Oh, I didn't notice that was that. I thought she was.
Yeah, I set it up.
So
Yeah.
Because she
I
goes,
was
she
like,
goes, "Are
oh,
you all
thank you
from
for
New
doing the
York?"
second one. Now I have all my friends with me. And she's like, oh, do you guys talk still? And I'm like, yeah, we talk every day.
no. She said, "Oh, you guys all met here at the first one," and
No,
then
I didn't say that.
yeah, she did. She's like, "You guys all met here."
No, and
Like,
she also thought that we were all from New York because I already had talked to her, and I asked her like,
Dude, you were behind Andy and someone else. I talked to her
yeah,
first.
because you and Andy were like talking to Zach. I didn't really get a chance to talk to Zach.
You didn't get a chance to talk to Zach?
Not really. Like I was just like, "Hey Zach," he was like, "Hey, you look tired."
Yeah, I didn't talk to
We're
Zach
like, "All
either.
right,
'Cause he looked tired.
Oh,
I thought he was mad dogging me because I was like, he looked all the way down there and he saw me with my long hair and he was like, God damn it. And then Deborah was like, oh, like I've never seen this. My steelbook, my 300 steelbook. I never seen this one. Zach, look. And then he looked at it. He's like, yeah, that's cool. And he's just like he looked at it, and then he looked at me for like a millisecond. And he looked down. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Like,
Zach, whoever's listening to this podcast, I do want to clarify that like Zach was fucking after
Super
6,
tired.
7. Yeah, he was super nice, and this was after like 7 hours of like doing shit. Like the man was just tired. Like
yeah.
we're
He was
joking
trying to be.
around,
He was
like,
trying to be
yeah.
nice. Though.
My real
Yeah, he was
question
trying to
is for
his
Ben
best,
because
super
Ben
nice.
said, "Oh, Debbie was cooler this time. Was she not cool last time?"
Yeah, so last time she was like more tired than Zach. By the time I got to talk to her, it was like I couldn't actually talk to her. It was unfortunate because she was just so tired from talking to so many people. I think this time she came more prepared. She was like, she knew what was going to happen. Because last time was kind of like an impromptu signing. Like,
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead night, a bunch of people just kind of crowded around Zach. And when he left and he went into the lobby and he like didn't expect that, I guess. Because a bunch of people were just waiting for him in the lobby to take pictures, talk to him, ask him to sign stuff. So it was just like a free for all.
Yeah, they're figuring it out.
Watchmen night, they formed a line inside the theater that went around the entire theater, and Zach like walked up the line and signed everyone's shit and took pictures with everybody in the line. But that was inside the theater. And then finally BVS night, they were like, well, fuck, maybe we should do this like all professional. So what they did is they had the posters laid out, and when you would walk down the line, they would grab one poster, slide it to the person, they would sign it, slide it to the next person, they would sign it. So they had it like laid out the last night. But like, I don't think Zach or Deb had actually planned to do that until they saw what happened at Dawn of the Dead and Watchmen nights, where everyone went like to talk to them and shit. So
hey, you know what? I have a funny story with the first signing.
Yeah.
So I had the poster and I had a water bottle. I didn't really bring anything to sign. And so when Zach asked after I met him, we had a thing. He's like, you want me to sign something? I was like, well, I just have the poster. Poster's beautiful. I don't want anyone writing on it though. And then I got this water bottle. You want to sign the water bottle? And then he looked at me for a second. He's like, let's sign the poster. I was like, all right, let's do it.
Koj.
And then I was like, because I hate signatures. So then I was like, I'm gonna give this a rematch to Silva. And then that's how that happened.
In what world do you ask Zack Snyder to sign a water bottle?
Yeah,
I did,
like
dog, and it was crumpled too.
You mean like a Polish?
God, bro.
You mean like a Polish spring? Like, wait. You mean like a Polish?
You want to sign a water bottle?
No, like a water bottle you buy at a vending machine.
Yeah, no.
Because we were in line. I was thirsty, so I had to buy it. The vending machine was right there halfway, so that's what I did.
Zach was like,
that's not a water bottle. No, that's not a. But you had a fucking. Not even Evian. You had like a fucking. It was probably. What's that Coke one that nobody likes?
Yo,
Frank.
What, Coke Zero?
Frank.
No. The Coke water. What's the Coke water that nobody likes? The one that's just tap water.
What?
No.
Arrowhead?
Whatever.
Dasani.
Okay, you get
Dasani?
Dasani. There you go. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, no problem.
5 minutes ago.
I'll ask Andy what's up, and I wanted to just say real quick because I got a Debbie story. It's pretty funny. It's actually kind of like in the ballpark of what you're all saying, basically. But essentially, I was like, so when I met Zach, right, he was doing that Colbert skit, like he was filming it, right. So like afterwards, there was like a few of us outside. So he's signing for us and taking photos, doing all this, and then Debbie's there.
The fuck is that noise?
I don't know what is that.
Sounds like a fucking.
Is someone tuning a guitar?
Yeah, it sounds like that, or like someone's playing with a rubber band.
It sounds like a Steppenwolf boner, bro.
Yeah.
What?
It's like blowing, blowing.
All right, Frank, continue.
So anyway, basically, Debbie's there, so I'm like, okay. So I ask her to basically like sign the poster, right? So as she's doing it, Zach's being swamped. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna tell Debbie like how much like the films mean to me and my life.
Yeah.
Like I'm basically like pouring my heart out, like saying that. She's like, so she's staring at me. She looks at me. She's like, are you going to screening tonight? Do you have a ticket for it? I was like, yeah, I do. And then she's like, okay. That was that was her response to like my entire life story. Like, she just didn't look like she gave a fuck.
Bro, okay.
Oh man.
Now I feel
So
bad
it was
about
very
Andy, bro. Yo,
it was
Andy,
very
me and
similar
you
to
are
that.
charming.
That's
The
like
first
very
one.
different from what I got, bro. Like she
Me
was
and
like
Andy.
she was like looking at me and Gio like we were like
We were Make-A-Wish children. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
like okay. Remember when Butters was Montekia, and they were all loving on him? It was kind of like it was like, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, she was okay. Like, she was nice, but it was just funny because she didn't give a fuck. She just didn't care. Like, and it's okay because I understand. Like, I wouldn't care.
No, like
It's that tired.
yeah.
Frank, the first time I talked to Deborah at SnyderCon 1, what happened is I was like telling her, I was like, I'm so sorry what happened to you and Zach in the Snyder Cut, and we're gonna get this for you. And the only thing she ever said to me was, "It's so nice to meet you," and she said that like 4 times, and so I was like, "Okay, I'm not getting through."
Yeah, yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
No, like so, like when I
I had
talk
good
to-
talk with her
when
snack
I-
on one too.
Honestly,
So,
Frank,
like-
I think she's probably just swamped, like busy, and
Yeah.
she doesn't hear
No,
what
I
you're
think
saying.
it's just
Oh
like
yeah, I think so. I like
think-
honesty, you know.
I love
yeah,
Frank's
it's when
story
you
better
catch
though.
him. Yeah, it's when you catch him because when I caught Zach, like he was legit paying attention to the story, like, and you could tell too when Zach isn't paying attention to you because he has like these tells. So he was definitely paying attention like the first time. That second
Frank.
time, that's why I was just like, yeah, okay, hi Zach.
Frank, you know what though?
But
I got I got lost. I was like, "Where's the bathroom? Where's the drinks?" And I got lost on my way to the cafeteria, and I bumped into Major Ferris.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that picture, you look very happy, bro.
No, let him tell the story.
I ran into Christina Wren. She just like the elevator was like coming up, bing, and then like the doors open, and I turn around like I turn around like one of the mother boxes awoke or some shit, and I turn around like what the hell, and then like it's Christina Wren, and then I look at her and I forgot what her fucking name was.
Oh
No!
my god.
I was so starstruck, man, and I was like, oh shit, and I was like, hey, I know you. And she was like, hey, and I was like, yeah, it's like so
She
you're
like pretended to know Andy.
Yeah, I take it you're one of the surprise guests. I was like, yeah, and then we chatted for a while. I told her I had a son named Frank.
Nice. And you didn't get me a video shout out?
I got a picture. I got like some pictures.
He's
Yeah,
got
you
a
got-
couple of nice pictures. Yeah.
Oh man, this taking me back.
The last week.
Yeah.
I'm looking at pictures from the night. That was
And even the first one too, because I met you, Ben, before I knew you. And you
Yeah.
gave me a free drink. I was like, what?
Yeah, I was having a hell of a time, just like, because I just flew out there. I didn't know fucking anybody, and then I just
Right.
run into Koj, and he's got his mask on, and I had
I
like
was looking for
I
more
didn't have a
drinks.
drink that night. So he was
Oh,
like, "So,
shit.
yo, where do we get the drinks?" And some bartender was like, "He's right over here." And I'm like, "Dude, you want mine?" Because I'm not gonna drink mine. He's like, "Yeah, thanks, man." And that was the last time I saw Koj.
The first time.
Yo,
I
guys,
was like paranoid that night too. I was like, did I thank that dude? I don't know.
I'm on Twitter right now. I just got on Twitter and I saw a picture of Christopher Nolan and his brother Jonathan Nolan standing
Oh,
in
yeah,
front of Paramount Pictures with the Writers Guild of America on strike signs.
Oh fuck,
Mm-hmm. I
Oh.
retweeted that shit.
I retweeted that. Yeah.
that's some
Bro.
big shit.
That shit's
What
kinda
were we
happening.
doing when we were there? Ah, we were on point.
They
Dude.
weren't on strike yet, dude. So did you
We
see
knew.
Jeff's tweet? Jeff had a fucking goat tweet the other day because the writers
Yeah.
had just started like as SnyderCon was wrapping up, and
Mhm.
Jeff tweeted that picture of us flipping off WB, and he was like, "Blueprint."
He quote retweeted. Yeah, that was the
That's what
quote
he meant?
retweet. That was
That
great.
fucking hilarious.
I'm still resharing it so it stays on top of my timeline. Same with the
Yeah,
pictures
that
Gio
shit was
took.
fucking hilarious.
That's it. That's nice. Poetic justice on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we need to get Jeff in here.
Yeah, man.
I
I
gotta swap in for Jeff. I'm passing out.
I'm hungry.
You're
man.
what?
It's late. It's like midnight here, man.
It's not midnight.
For me, it is.
No, it's 11:45.
Yeah, it's about to be.
That's pretty close.
Yo, next SnyderCon. I'm sorry, I'm going back to the last topic. You gotta tell Debbie about the toxic thing and just see what she says. She'll probably tell you it was great meeting you. Like,
I don't think we're telling. I don't think we're
Oh,
giving
dang.
Debbie a toxic T-shirt.
Oh my god.
We're not ruining the relationship me and Andy have with Debbie.
oh yeah, that's
You
true.
guys don't have
We're
any
not-
relationship with
we're
Debbie.
not
Only
ruining
your
our-
We have
fans, bro.
relationships with Debbie and Christina
Make a wish
Wren.
children.
Don't
Make
be
a wish
jealous.
children relation.
Yo, Christina thought Andy was like TPZ. That
No,
was the funniest
she's not.
shit.
No,
she
she did
totally
not.
thought you were, because she was like,
You
"Oh yeah,
were
you
not-
heard me from like Oklahoma and Detroit with you and Ireland and shit." And she's like, "Yeah,
You were not there.
What?
You were not there, Benjamin.
yeah." You told us right when you got back.
No, the kids that she was that she said, "Oh, I met all these people." She's talking about some fucking college kids, bro. She was talking about some art center kids.
That's
I
not the
believe
way you
Andy.
told it, but whatever.
I mean, Andy was there.
Ben is a filthy liar. I believe Andy.
Dude, I don't know if you
That
noticed,
means
but
much coming from you, Gio.
those dudes weren't really that relevant like this time around. They were just fucking there. Like,
I think they were just there.
Dude, so
Like,
one
they
of
were
the
Everyone was just there. That
I
was
said
cool.
to Fab before when he jumped up over the seat and sat next to me, I was like, "What are you guys even doing back here? I thought Zach would have had some seats reserved for you up front." And he was like, he wasn't having that.
Wow, man.
Yeah, he was like,
You
he
shoot
was
them
like,
arrows, bro. I
"They
see white like
reserve
green arrow.
seats here," and I was like, "Yeah, dude, there's seats up there that have the reserve sign on them."
Yo, so DJ
That was
didn't join
good.
the signing though.
Who?
DJ, the VFX.
Nah, he
no.
didn't. He didn't. He skipped out, or at least by the time we got there, he was out.
No, I was telling Frank. I think what happened was that it was probably Larry that was gonna do the signing, and then DJ came in to swap in for Larry to do the Q&A. But he was like, "I'm not doing the signing."
well, what if I would you know?
Yeah, that might have happened.
Yeah, because he probably was.
That would
just
have been
there
cool
for,
to
like,
get him to sign
an
stuff
hour.
though.
Yeah, because he seemed like he was on his way out before he even started the Q&A.
Can't order a fucking pizza.
I mean, fuck, that was hilarious.
With the Jeff Johns reaction.
I wanted
That
to
was
talk
my
to him.
favorite.
I talked to the stunt coordinator Darren about it. I was
Ooh.
like, dude,
Damon.
Jeff Johns, fuck that dude. He was like, yeah, man, fuck that dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was cool. I wish DJ was still there, but yeah,
Yeah, Patrick was so cool.
Patrick was
my
crazy.
favorite.
He
I
was.
was like,
He said like he was starting to talk to Andy, and he talked to Andy for like 5 minutes, and I heard like I couldn't understand half the shit Patrick was saying,
I was
but
talking to
Andy
him
was
for.
like translating it for me later.
I was talking to him too for like a while because I was like, I only really know your work from like this movie. What else do you do? And he goes, so I did like Underworld, and I was like, oh yeah, I saw that. And then he goes, oh, I did Godzilla, and I was like, oh, the recent ones that came out. He's like, no, the old one. I was like, P Diddy Godzilla.
Yo.
I don't think he expected me to be as happy as I was.
No, that's funny because my buddy hit me up on Twitter DM. He said a buddy I met at the first SnyderCon. He said to ask him about Spawn because he worked on Spawn also.
Yeah, he
That was
worked on Spawn
'95.
too, but
He worked
so he
on
goes
Independence
Godzilla.
Day.
Wait, the story's not over. So he goes Godzilla, and I go P Diddy Godzilla. I'm like, yo, that's amazing. And then I keep fucking talking about P Diddy Godzilla. Like we're talking about like the designs and shit. And then I go, so what are the things that he goes? Oh, and Independence Day. And I was like, Independence Day. And then I'm like, I don't think you understand like Independence Day because he said it like almost like he was almost like ashamed of it, and I was like, no, we love Independence Day here. And I was like trying to explain to him, I was like, do you know what TNT is? And he's like, what? And he's like, it's this channel that they show movies, and they would show Independence Day every fucking day when I was a kid. So like my generation, when we close our eyes and we see an alien, it's your alien, dude. And he was like, what? And then I think Andy, you were like, yeah. Somebody was behind me and said, yeah, me too. Maybe Hamad, but like he was like, oh, for real. Like he legitimately didn't know that like his work is like fucking like I don't know.
That's kind of
People
sad.
like it's like shit that like I really grew up with like hardcore. Like
Because
literally,
I was talking to him about
Yeah.
like the Batcave stuff and how like his like nobody would like think to hang everything inside the Batcave like a
Right.
bat.
Oh, that was crazy.
Like that was the
Like,
craziest
yeah.
out of the box shit. And I was talking to him about that. He was like, "Yeah, well, I was just thinking like what, it's like a bat. Like what would a bat do?" It's like, dude,
Wait. What's upside down like a bat?
No, everything in the
Everything in the
Batcave
back
is hung from the ceiling.
Yeah,
next time
everything's
you
like,
look
Except his chair.
wall mounted.
Yeah, everything is hung
It's
on
hung.
the wall.
It's not even wall mounted. It's hung. Yeah. So like
Yeah,
next
and
time you
it's
look at
also
BVS is well hung.
Floating to where you can move it around. So there's a bunch of like rails on the ceiling that you can
Man,
like.
I was trying to tell you that shit about when Cyborg goes into the little fucking whatever the shit. in his little sequence.
Are you okay, bro?
You said what I was
Fall
thinking.
over something.
Remember when Cyborg is like going into the bank and there's all this money?
Yeah.
Oh, in his digital whatever world.
All the money, it's all hanging like bats too. And it's all floating around like
Is it?
like bats.
Oh
And
shit.
Yeah, it's all floating.
Yeah, you were
Oh,
trying to tell me something, and
yeah.
I had no fucking clue what you were trying
and
to
they
say.
look just like the
I just like
fucking
nodded and smiled.
They look just like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bats in the
Oh, no,
beginning
wait.
of in the beginning of BVS.
Ben be starting conversations with
Mm.
people when he's on the line for the movie, and then like you like hit him during the movie. You're like, "Oh, this is the shit we were talking about," and then he acts like he doesn't fucking remember at all, and then he gets mad at you for nudging at him.
Yeah.
My,
I looked
I
at Ben and I said,
my ear is fucked up. I told you ahead of time. My left ear, I can't hear shit. So Andy was sitting on my left side trying to talk to me, and I had no fucking clue what he was saying.
Well, I forgot.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
well, that's why I told you ahead of time.
No, I looked at Ben and I nudged you and I said, dude, look, they look like bats. And then Ben looked at me and he's like, what? And he goes, what? Bats? What are you smoking? And I was like, oh, never mind.
Yo, Andy. Like the
Go find, Andy. Go find.
So the money hanging like bats in the bank makes sense because at that time, Bruce Wayne was buying the bank.
Oh shit.
He was ahead of that shit to get the house back.
That blows my mind. Yeah, and like in the beginning of BVS when he sees all those fucking bats hanging and shit. And then they look like parademons too, because all the parademons have fucking red eyes. And they have wings. So.
And they come from the top.
From the what?
They come from the sky. That's still up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said they come from the Dark Tower. I was like, what the
Oh no. That's a lot of words for me to say, Dark Tower.
I'm like not on the same wavelength as you guys. I should have taken some edibles before this.
Edibles are fake, man.
Oh,
I just had mangoes.
Gio, I found another gummy in my car this morning.
Oh my god.
She was just planting them everywhere. He's like,
Well,
Andy, I'll find all these
They might
later.
not necessarily be from me. No, they might be from Hamad because I was giving them to him too.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, did you give Hamad gummies during the movie?
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, okay, that explains.
Hamad had like 3
so
gummies,
much.
and I was sitting next to him
don't
during
tell us like
BBS.
Cut that from the show.
Hamad, bro.
Like everybody's
No, you can't put Hamad out like that. You gotta edit this out.
like
Cut that from
How?
we're not putting down Hamad. Like everybody claps
Like, cut
during
out
the
on your
movie,
phone.
Right? Everybody claps during the movie, right? But like Hamad was clapping like during times that like nobody else was clapping. And I would look at him and he looked at
Bro,
me.
I was
Like, what points?
No, you
Yes.
guys are
And
missing
he
the
was
best
like
story.
quoting the lines from the movie while it was going, and I was just sitting there kind of watching Hamad instead of the movie. Because I
No,
was
guys,
enjoying that
What
more.
point did
Like
he clap,
Hamad,
though?
guys
That it
are
was
missing the best part.
it was so it made me so happy.
You guys are missing the best story.
He-
So the first,
Hamad was the happiest fucking person.
Bro, he was
Yeah, that's true.
Bro.
I sat next to him on BVS.
I made sure he had a good time. But the first night, Man of Steel night, so I had to make sure that I sat next to Hamad. And then Koji keeps coming over. I'm like, I'm sitting next to Hamad, and I couldn't tell him why. But anyways, I'm sitting next to Hamad in the movie.
Oh, that's why.
Right? That's why I'm sitting next to him, man.
No, now I get it. I feel better.
Yeah. so, so I'm trying to give. So me and Hamad are like, that's the first time that he's taken in a long time, right? So we're watching the movie, and we're convincing each other that we're watching a cut of Man of Steel that we've never seen before. Like, it started like early.
Bro,
in the movie.
they even convinced Andy. They even convinced Andy afterwards. They were like, "Yo, Andy, that was a different cut. That was a new
No.
one.
What
That was shorter and
What
shit."
happened was I
I was
looked
like,
at
what the fuck,
happened is
bro?
I said, damn, that went by, and it did. It was like a blur. I was like,
Yo.
damn, that went by fast. And then Gio looks at me and he's like, dude, because we just saw a different edit. And I was like, what? For real? And he was like, yeah. And then he was like,
You and him were so convinced. They like hyped each other up.
Yo,
the stupid.
Yo, hold on,
you
hold
were
on, hold
about
on.
to walk out of.
Well, no.
It
I'm
started
not
early
done.
in
I'm
the
not done.
movie.
The
Alright.
stupidest fucking thing that Gio says. Yeah, because when Jenny Olsen says, this is how he knew, all right? Because when Jenny Olsen said it's all over the TV, in the original, she says it's all over the fucking tube. And I was like,
Bro, I heard you say that.
No.
Look at him like
You
you
said
fucking
no. She
retard.
says in the banner in the.
Yo, so Gio told me this exact same story, but he left out the part where he took gummies beforehand.
Oh man.
No, wait. No, what she says is like in the cut that in the other
Yo,
cut.
it's the same fucking
No,
cut,
in the other
bro.
cut she goes, it's all over the RSS feed. Like, remember she said that dumbass line?
She said that in the cut, bro.
She said that on Friday. She said that.
Gio's still convinced he watched another movie.
I swear she didn't say it because that's what
my
she said it's all
God.
over the news, and I was like, oh, they fixed it, and then that started
No,
unraveling in my brain.
Yo, Gio was at the
Says
point.
both lines. Oh my
wait,
god.
she never said that, Gio. You had a
No,
Mandela
she says
effect.
both of them.
Yo,
Did you guys actually watch a different cut than me?
I was just gonna say, next thing you know is Gio's about to come out and say that he watched the Green Lantern scene in the theater.
He
No, this
probably
is-
did.
Honestly, if they would have left me believing from Man of Steel night that I was watching different cuts of the movies, I would have convinced myself that I saw them.
Oh,
Guys,
totally
can I
Oh, man.
share? Can I
we
share
were
with
walking.
you
We were almost to the car, and you were still trying to convince me
I was
that we
so
had just
fucking
watched a special
confused, bro.
cut.
No, this makes sense because I took Gio was riding with me, and I was like, man, he's got a lot of questions about this movie.
Can I share
Yo,
a
it
secret?
was
Guys?
a different cut, man.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh my god.
And on that note, I'm gonna go to sleep. Is there anything else you guys need before? Or can I go to sleep?
Why are you going to sleep, man?
Because
Yeah,
it's
Are
fucking
you going to
midnight
sleep?
here.
And you just got here. You gonna dip out?
It's midnight here, bro. It's Monday.
I'm still awake.
Yeah.
'cause
Don't be
fucking
such
Frank
a
goes to
bitch.
comic book stores for his job. I go to real jobs.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Oh my god.
My god!
bruh.
Wow. Oh,
I love
Gio,
you,
we
Frank.
need to. Gio, stay. We need to talk about the plan for Texas or whatever. You guys want to watch Rebel Moon in Texas? Is that how we're gonna do this?
Well, yeah, I was thinking if we do Texas.
Rebel Moon's going to be on Netflix.
All right, wait.
Yeah, but
I'll
it's still limited showing.
I'll end on what I think the plan would be. So I think what we should do for Texas is that so we rent out the theater, we can show whatever we want. So we should just show the movies that we want to see from Zach. So like we can watch like BVS.
Dude, honestly, I'm more excited for Rebel Moon now than I was. Because remember before I was like,
I feel you on
I
that,
told
yeah.
you, bro.
no,
I
it's not
told
for
you,
your
bro.
it's not for your hipster reasons, Gio. It's totally different, bro.
Andy, why are you hyped for Rebel Moon now?
Because like I don't know, man, I feel all innocent again and shit.
Honestly, like I was gonna touch
It's
on
true.
like that shit with TPZ, like kind of restored part of my soul. Like getting to watch them eat shit in front of me, that was fucking priceless.
How
No,
dare
I
you
don't even
shit
care
on
about
you.
that. I wish those guys the best. I don't even care. Like when they were all,
Me too, man. I kind of
I
feel
was
bad
like-
for them.
no,
Oh
like
my
when they were
God.
telling me that shit, I was just kind of like,
I just
"Dude, you
want to
don't
go
even know-"
forward.
I was like, you don't even know who I am, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's how I feel how Andy feels. I'm like, you don't even know who I am, bro.
I didn't
Right?
Peacekeeper, bro.
shit to you.
Gio, I hate to inform you, you're a very spottable individual, though.
No, they
Spottable?
definitely know who I am, but they don't even know who I am.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Like, they don't know who I am, though.
Oh, like, they don't
anything
know
about
you.
They don't
me.
know
Yeah,
you.
they don't
No,
know
but
anything
I was
about
gonna
me.
say,
They don't know really any of us.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say my
They
secret,
make up stories.
my secret is that
I'm in my lane.
I used to not. Well, I mean, ZSGL was like my least favorite of the trilogy. But after, for some reason, after watching it this time with everybody and all that shit, I feel like I learned all this shit that I didn't see before. And
Mm.
now it's like probably like, did you just say amen?
What?
Did Koji just say
He
amen?
stops mid.
No, I went. Like I hear you. Like
I thought you were saying like amen. I was like, what the fuck? Okay.
I mean, I'm close.
Yeah, well, like after watching it, I was like, oh shit, and like I developed this like fucking love for Cyborg that I didn't really have before, but everybody else did. And like I finally got it, and I was like, oh dude, like I get why Cyborg is so fucking badass.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I think this is my favorite one now.
Yeah, no, I think honestly that IMAX screening really changed it for me. Because as I was watching it, I was like, this is by far the best screening this weekend. Like, I love BVS, but after watching this finally in color and IMAX, like, it does change things. Like, I felt like it was a step forward that I really needed. But yeah, I feel you on that, Andy.
Yeah,
Like,
for me, the screenings were like Zack Snyder's Justice League 1, then Man of Steel, and I thought that like BVS didn't look that good on that screen that we had it on.
yeah.
Like they didn't have the right, like they couldn't do the IMAX ratio right.
Dude,
They need the aspect.
I love Man of Steel, but that was like a blur, and it felt really old.
Yeah.
It felt like it came out like during the time of watching.
It was cool to see it like in a theater.
Go to
again.
sleep,
I haven't
Gio.
seen it in a theater in a long time. I do want to.
He doesn't want you
No,
interrupting.
Gio's right. No, he's good.
No, I said go to sleep because he was like yawning while he was. No, because he was yawning while he was talking. He was like, I really think about it.
All right, Andy.
I'm looking at your picture right now, Gio. You look like a drug lord.
I was in Ireland. Look, I had hair back then. You see that shit?
Got like a Colombian drug lord.
Yeah, look at me with my little fucking. You can see I was gonna go bald though. Look at you.
Dude, you know what? You look like you fucking ripped Pinocchio off, dog.
What?
You look like you fucking ripped Pinocchio off.
Gio's pic actually looks like one of those like 40-year-old women on Facebook that you all have as a friend, and that like crop themselves out of a photo with their.
See you later.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my
they took a
God,
photo with their
Frank. What
Oh man, that's low.
He didn't even do anything to get that. Why did you say that?
Gio Torres left.
That was so fucked up.
I love you, Gio, man.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
Frank, that was so uncalled for.
Yo, but he comes after me for my job choices.
I see.
Yeah, fair is
No,
fair.
you're
fair.
right. He deserved it. You're right.
Hey yo.
Yo,
I
Gio
sent
could
him a
be a
kiss.
total asshole sometimes.
I should have DM'd him the kiss emoji. That would have made him.
I mean, Frank, you
He's
never
an
know
angel.
the
What are you
fucking-
talking about?
The fucking old
No,
dude,
you don't know Gio well enough. You're
the
calling him an
fucking old
angel.
dude that owns a comic book shop might fucking leave it to you, Frank. He might be like, "Hey, listen here, sonny boy. I'm on my way out. I want you to take the shop. You hear me?" And then you fucking like a good Italian kid, fucking just take that shit, you know.
This sounds like some
Fucking run the
demented
shop.
version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. What the fuck is this? Like,
With mobsters.
What's going on?
yo, Gio, stop texting me so late. I'm sleeping.
I imagine Frank. I don't know why I imagine Frank like running like an old school movie theater, like from the 1930s and shit, like the Majestic.
No, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, and he's like selling comic books as a side hustle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like
He's
basically
like
my
selling
life
Action
right now.
Comics #7.
I mean, I instead it's video editing and that. So I mean, but then I'll move.
Close
on to-
enough.
Yeah.
Shit.
I feel like now that Gio's gone, nobody's here to interrupt people and shit. Like, what are you?
Yeah. So nobody to get us back on track. Well, yeah. So no more interruptions. What do you guys want to talk about?
So what happened with TPZ in front of you that you said, "Oh wow, I was watching them eat shit in front of me"?
Yeah, I just
Yo, can you hear me?
yeah, I
I
can
can't hear you guys.
Oh, you can't hear us? Oh shit. You got an audio problem. Yeah, so Koj, or sorry. Koj, can you hear us? All right, whatever. Yeah, TBZ was sitting in front of us, and just the fact that they had to move seats after they tried to. Wait, are you guys talking? Did I cut out?
No.
Okay, good. So just that they had to move seats after trying to convince us to do something. I don't know. It was just funny to me.
All right, so what are we gonna do? I was talking to Hamad when you and your little friend Gio went to the store.
My little friend Gio.
When you guys went to the store to get your little posters.
What?
Your little poster thingies. Whatever.
Bro, I never left my seat.
No, I said me and Hamad were talking when you and Gio left to fucking Home Depot, wherever the fuck.
Oh, okay.
And we were talking about what's next. Because Hamad's like fucking gangster. He's like, he still wants to fucking burn this shit, you know?
Yeah.
And we're talking about like what's next. So what do you guys think? What's next campaign wise and shit?
To be honest, Andy, like I'm thinking about I might come back to Twitter to do some stuff, but I'm not gonna talk about what our strategy will be on this podcast because it's not gonna be
That's not good.
it's not gonna be friendly to YouTube.
Whoa.
Like, well, I have some ideas, but yeah, I want to hear Ahmad's ideas too to see how far he's wanting to go.
Well, we were talking about some shit, but yeah,
What?
I probably shouldn't say it either. But
Yeah,
we were
should I
talking
like
about we were
should
talking
we like
about
end the pod here and then we'll talk about this and I'll cut this out?
yeah, and then we go back to the pod or what?
Oh fuck, I don't edit this shit. So if we say it on here, it's gonna end up in the in the video. I don't
Nah,
edit.
man, we'll just talk about it later on the chat.
Yeah.
There we go. I can hear you guys now. Sorry.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I'm back. Everything's cool. I don't know what
Alright,
happened.
cool. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything.
Oh man. All right. Hey, well, good.
So like,
Carry on.
Can you
guys,
guys see my little emojis when I do that shit?
Yeah, man.
What
That's
about-
hella cute.
They covered the whole screen.
let me ask you, like, I mean, I guess this could be kind of like an answer amongst you three, pretty much. Like, if you got any vibe or anything, like when you talked to Zach, the attitude, what was the vibe as far as anything in the future?
I
Like,
100% think that it's gonna fucking happen, bro. I'm a little bit more of an optimist than your friend Ben over here.
Yeah,
But
no,
I
I'm
also
not
look.
that optimistic.
I told Ben, I was like, Ben Affleck's gonna show up, and
That
he
was
was
crazy.
like, and he was like,
Nah.
bro,
I was like, no fucking way.
And then he showed up, but whenever somebody asked Zach, like, what the fuck, like, so where's my goddamn Just League 2, bro? And Zach was like, dude, you guys know I want to fucking do it. Like, I'm so down. And he's like, but you
It'll
know,
take a miracle.
he didn't say it'll take a miracle, motherfucker.
Well, he said like if by some miracle it happens.
Yeah.
That's how he said it.
Okay, he did say miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Well, he
Snyder
said,
couldn't
but he
have-
said in the meantime we forge on forward, and that means that like we keep fucking trying.
Go
like,
watch my other movies.
No, for real. He's ready to go. I just don't think he knows, and we know when that'll happen. But he's ready to go. Every time in an interview since announcement, he says,
Plus,
"I'm ready
I don't,
to go.
I don't
Look,
think,
let's go."
I'm not saying
Just
that
keep
it's-
supporting his shit.
I'm not saying that it's secretly greenlit. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying like
Yeah,
there's a possibility now, probably more than there was back then, because let's be real, dude. Like Ben Affleck wouldn't have showed up for that shit just because. Like Ben Affleck.
You sure?
Probably, no,
I
I don't.
know. Okay. So
shit.
one thing I'll concede to is that Zach has definitely not given up hope that it will happen. Because otherwise he would have answered that Robin question and Ben Affleck would have talked about his
Exactly.
script.
well, that I
And
find
neither of those
very
things
weird.
happened. Ben
Yeah.
Affleck didn't talk about his script at all. He just ran around every question he got about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah. So I definitely don't think any of them have said it's off the table, especially because, like, I think there's more of a chance that Henry Cavill would come back now because he's already failed at his coup attempt to get, like, his own trilogy, right? Like, he
Yeah.
fucked that up so bad that he's not even Superman anymore. So he has to come back. If he wants to play Superman, he has to do Zack's thing. So I think that's more likely now than it was before.
Exactly.
So I think the best chance we have is step one, I think, is to get the Snyder Cut some form of limited theatrical release. We need that shit to be seen by the public. And that's why that's how we'll get more support for the sequel. Like a lot
Because
of
it's
people
casuals
saw it
who
on
really
HBO
tip the
Max,
balance.
but not nearly enough people saw it on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
And then second part, yeah, I think it needs to be licensed out to like Netflix or something.
Well,
So-
you were the first one who mentioned that when the article of Knives Out got bought by Netflix, and you tweeted something about it. You tweeted like, I remember it was like March 2021. You tweeted like, do the same for Snyder Cut, buy Snyder Cut or something. So that was listening.
Yeah.
You were the first to put that out there, dog.
I was probably the first to ask for the Snyder Cut, but I didn't use the hashtag, so it didn't count.
Oh, now
Yeah,
technicalities.
like the day.
You know, I ain't even going there. That's gonna start a whole bunch of all the clout chasers get crazy.
Yeah,
Remember
I know.
those
We get real,
fucking
we'll get real
bu-
picky right now.
Remember
but
those?
Mhm.
the
Those
day after I saw Justice League, I was like, "Give us the director's cut," and I was like, adding Warner Brothers, and I could show you those tweets too, but none of them mentioned the hashtag, so I don't count.
It's the calling that matters. Hashtags will come and go when they're needed. You know, we've seen this before.
No, I just think it's funny.
No, I agree with you.
Bring back hashtag okay.
You know how beautiful.
That was my favorite hashtag.
You know how beautiful it is that like when I went to go see in 2017, when I saw that piece of shit of a fucking horror fucking film, I walked out of that fucking movie feeling like legit, and I went by myself, and I walked out feeling legit sick to my stomach. Like I felt like this.
Yeah.
Which movie?
Justice League.
I
Yeah.
felt like something weird in the pit of my stomach. Like I'm not even joking, and it was
I
like
fooled myself for a good 2
it
months.
was
at,
like a
there's a
eerie,
director's. Oh,
like an
it's
eerie
okay.
Twilight Zone. Is with that fucking little fucking Danny Elfman shit.
Dude,
I felt like, oh, what the fuck? What did I just step into a fucking alternate dimension? Like, how is
And
that follow up to BVS? And
yeah,
then
I felt the same way.
yeah, and that's
I
fucking
couldn't
crazy.
sleep that whole night.
And like seeing fucking Zack Snyder's Justice League in IMAX was just like, I don't know, bro. It was full circle.
Yeah. No, I feel you, man.
It
Like
restores your soul, man. That's how I felt about
it
this
does.
last
It
weekend.
does. This is
My soul felt renewed to an extent.
it's everything we hoped for, that Zach would deliver, and he did not disappoint. You know, even more so. We got it in like epic length as well.
Yeah, this is
And-
better than the Snyder Cut was ever going to be.
Yeah, it was going to be
Crazy HBO
214.
Max
Now it's like
release.
4 hours and 2 minutes.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? What do you mean is like the best it's ever gonna be? What are you talking about?
Zach could never imagine Zach never got pulled off the project and
Yeah.
they let him do his theatrical run. That theatrical run was not going to be more than 3 hours long.
Yeah, it was.
When we
had-
yeah,
And it was
It's
gonna be the
4 hours.
compromise bullshit too, because remember, like
it was
you
gonna
know,
have that
Back
Steppenwolf, the ugly one.
It was going to have the shitty Steppenwolf. It was going to have
Yep.
Danny Elfman score. It was going to have
No, I
so
think it would
shit.
have the same score.
some of the jokes would be the same too, because I think Jeff forced him to film some of those
Yeah.
scenes, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
like,
he did. Yeah, he forced him.
What
to
what
film
scenes?
those
What
stupid-
scenes did Jeff have him film?
I believe it was like some of these like stupid ass jokes. Like, there's some scenes in
Like with
Justice
Flash?
League. Yeah, I think there's a couple of those too. Yeah, there's a couple ones that weren't Joss reshoots, but like were things that they fit into the script. Like, if you listen
Like-
to Zach talk about it, there's a compromised Zach cut, there's the Zach cut, and then there's Justice League.
Bro,
So if you know what I
that's
mean?
the 214 cut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
There was a 214 cut. That's the one we would have got in theaters, and that's why he put that on the poster, right? And circled
Mhm.
it for everybody he signed for. There was a cut that was 214 minutes long, and instead now we have the 4-hour cut, which is so much better. So yeah, that's why I'm saying this is the
Mhm.
best possible Snyder cut we could have ever gotten.
Absolutely.
And like
Exactly.
the way we got it was not great. The just all the crazy shit that went down, obviously with everybody involved. But at the end of the day, there's definitely gonna count your blessings kind of thing.
Amen, dog. There's the amen right there.
That's amen.
So like
Yeah.
No, for real. This is beautiful. This is great stuff, and I think we can
stuff
catch
that
lightning twice.
the stuff is probably like the Flash jokes that are probably got like shoved in there, all the jokes, and I
Yeah,
think
there's some shots that like look kind of like, I mean, you know, like they probably repurposed it in Justice League and stuff, and like obviously Joss added a ton of other shit, but like yeah, there's some Flash jokes. There's like some other scenes like during that fucking title sequence at the beginning, there's a couple of shots in there that look like they could possibly be Zack, but like they're not his. Obviously, they're not in the Snyder cut. So like, I think that that's like stuff that Jeff probably put in there.
There was actually more. Do you remember the shots of the Superman flag hanging on like over the bridge or something?
Yeah.
Joss Whedon actually put in more flag shots because his intro song was longer than Zach's intro.
Yes.
So that was
Mhm.
one of the things I noticed this time. Was like, yeah,
Everybody
there's like shit that was
knows.
missing. But it's so painful to like remember Justice League while you're watching the Snyder cut. It's like forever tarnished. It's
No,
like,
no, yo. The more you watch Snyder Cut, the more it, like,
I know, but
re-ingrains in your mind.
it's just never gone.
This is true. It's never gone. But there's some movies I totally forgot about, and I hope I'll do that with Justice League.
I don't want to like
But
disparage any rape
no, no,
victims.
no, no,
It was
no.
like it was like getting raped and you just never forget it because you
Oh,
like
bro.
watch the characters that you love and you're
No.
invested in basically just get raped on scene and on screen and you're just like fuck. I'm never gonna forget this. It's just too painful. I can make that joke though, because
No, it was traumatizing. That's for sure. I get what you mean there, because
no, because
we can't unsee
South
that.
Park made that joke about Indiana Jones and the Lost or the Crystal Skull or whatever. South Park already made that joke, so it's safe for me to make that.
You're quoting
You
South Park.
raped
I feel it.
Indy. You raped
No,
Indy. How could you do that?
no. I no, but it's true. But I'm kind of used to like director's cuts from other.
From other what?
After a while, the director's cut is the one that stays. The more you watch it and enjoy it. All the more. I think the problem with Justice League being stuck in the mind is that it was so scarring and traumatizing. So it stays there a little bit longer. Like it has a lingering aftertaste that sucks.
Yeah.
But
Who
my
asked
kids
that
are not
was
going to
that
see
Frank?
that.
Huh?
Did that answer your question? What was your question?
No, my question was about like what you thought the future possibility was about everything after the event. But I mean, you
Oh
basically
yeah.
I mean, Koj
I mean,
you didn't really chime in with that, right?
I think I did.
Wait,
Did I?
did it?
Or did I?
Oh no, maybe
OJ,
Ben
do you
didn't
think
go
it's
more in depth.
inevitable like Andy does?
Psh, nah, man. I'm having juice here.
Ben
You
kind
know,
of
I mean,
talked about it, but you didn't go in depth, Ben. Why do you think that? So let's hear the pessimistic view. Let's crush our dreams.
yeah, I mean, my thoughts are it's definitely not in anyone's pipeline. Like the problem is James Gunn has a bunch of shit on the way, and they have to wait for
There's
all
no
that to
room.
flop before they even think about doing someone else's vision. And they're definitely not going to jump two guys back to do his vision for some random reason. Like our best chance was Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca, and they were going to do it. But I don't know what happened behind the scenes. Maybe Jeff Johns pulled some strings and he sabotaged that. So I think we had it, and then something happened, and then Zaslav was just like, "Here you go, James Gunn. You're gonna do all this shit." And I don't know what happened. Like
So
I don't know what fucked it up.
Well,
why do you think that?
Erica
Like,
was supposed to come out. He put pause to that, right? That's the rumor I heard.
Yeah, that's what Will says. I think it was
Yeah,
supposed to come
yeah.
out before, but I don't know.
Because if that's the case, then there's definitely too much on the conveyor belt of DC films, movies, whatever, that someone's occupying the kitchen, so they're not even thinking about our Snyderverse.
Yeah.
Also, what bothers me is some people still think Snyderverse is continuing with these whack ass DC films
Yeah,
using
I
the same
can't
cast.
stand that. That's
Sean
annoying.
You know what I mean?
O'Connell thing.
So there's this
like, well, it's
misconception
still
that they're
Sean.
like, why should I restore it? It's still there.
Yeah,
And we're ending
that's
it.
what Sean O'Connell was trying to
See,
get
that
people
gets under my skin.
Because Sean O'Connell is in chat rooms with Jeff Johns and Joss Whedon, and he wants their versions of these characters to continue because he's a fucking asshole. So he's
Well,
the
their
one
versions are
saying,
for Marvel
like,
crossover.
guys, it's still Zach's cast. It's already restored. There's no need to fight. And he's talking about like the Flash movie and Black Adam and all this stupid shit. Like that dude. I blame TBZ for that dude existing in this sphere at all. Like
I feel like we're all dirty. We all kind of thought he was cool at one moment.
Yeah,
at the beginning, but then they kept defending him because they wanted him on their pod and they wanted more clicks.
Yeah, the more he kept talking, the more I was like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah, and then people dug up his old tweets and they're like, oh yeah, he was a Snyder hater from the beginning. This has all been fake. That was fun.
But
the farm scene. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, yo, that video is stupid.
I mean, come on, man. That's up there.
Oh, the farm.
That's a bad promo in pro wrestling.
Yo, Andy, are you still there?
Yeah, I was just laughing at this fucking meme.
Why do you say that? Like, how did you know that it was going to happen under Abdi and DeLuca?
Because they said it was. There was an article that came out that said Pam Abdi, because also Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca sponsored the SnyderCon. They're the reason that Zach was able to show these movies and show the Snyder Cut in IMAX. Like, they're the ones who actually partnered with Deborah, and Deborah got the deal done so they could actually do this shit. They're on Snyder's side. Like, they're old friends from, like, some other studio. I don't remember which. Deborah's worked with them before, or one of them. But there was an article that came out before, I think it was when they announced James Gunn. They said previously Pamela Abdi and Mike DeLuca were going to be in charge of DC Films, but they were shifted off to be Warner Brothers Entertainment or something like a different division. And in the article, they mentioned something like they had plans to continue Zach's Justice League story or something like that. And it was a little bit more cryptic than that, but it was like, oh shit, they were gonna do it. Like it was written in the article that's what was gonna happen. So like we had it in the bag, and then something happened, and then James Gunn got put in place of them. Like if they would have stayed, we'd be watching like Justice League 2 posters get posted right now. Like they'd probably be working on starting production or something right now.
It'd be halfway in production by now, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's very strange. I mean, I know that they took over Toby Emmerich's position, right? Like, because I think that's where they are right now. Like, where Toby Emmerich was sitting is where they are.
Well, he's still on the WB lot, which is a huge mistake. So he still has some pull, and he might have been the person pulling the strings behind the scenes to make sure.
Yeah, doesn't he have like Richard Donner's old office still?
Yeah, I think so.
What a fucking...
It's fucking weird. No, Jeff Johns has Richard Donner's old office, not Toby Emmerich.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jeff Johns.
Oh, no, we're talking about Toby. I mean, Jeff Johns is friends with Toby, and they're all fucking this up together.
But why?
They have egos to protect, and Zach's to sabotage.
Dude, that guy was so jealous of Zack Snyder. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. He hated him. He hated his fans. He hated everything about this whole Snyder Cut stuff.
Well, a lot of people, I think, to be honest, a lot of the people that hate on Zach and his friends are just like fucking demonically challenged or like possessed or something. Because there's like no fucking reason for it. Like there's no reason for it at all.
They're jealous. Honestly, I think what it is, they're jealous of Zach's just raw talent. Like
Yeah.
Zach is a talented director and a very talented storyteller.
And
a
does
lot of
original stories using
a lot of these people are
lore.
failed storytellers or failed directors, failed actors. Like a lot of these people wanted to do something else with their lives, but then they see Zach, and Zach's just fucking living his life, like doing his shit his way, and doesn't give a fuck what the studio thinks for the most part. Like he's willing to play ball to a certain extent, but when Emmerich got the call from AT&T and they told him, "Hey, let's release the Snyder Cut thing. We're in lockdown right now. We're not producing any new movies. We have all this footage and we can edit it up together and release it for our new streaming service, HBO Max." Like, hey, let's get this shit together. Toby went to Zach and he was like, hey, can we just drop this shit as is? You know, like no CGI, no new score, no fixing of any of the scenes, all this shit. And Zach was like, absolutely not. Because one, that's gonna say, oh, you guys were right, and this is a pile of dog crap because it doesn't look finished. And two, like, come on, dude, this is my career at stake here. For
Yeah.
one, like, there was Zach said it better than that, but it was just like, come on, dude, like, don't play this game. And so
No, I feel it because it's a
Zach said
thing.
a hard no, and that
Mm.
was like right after we had trended to like over 1 million tweets the first time on
Mhm.
Twitter, and that's when like Gal Gadot, Ray Fisher, Ben Affleck tweeted release the Snyder Cut. That was that day that I think he got the call.
November
Yeah, and then
17th,
remember
2019.
the Tom and
Yeah.
Jerry fucking thing?
The
That
what?
was the Tom and Jerry thing that happened.
Yeah, they fucking leaked the Snyder Cut through Tom and Jerry. They sabotaged the hell out of that release. Like they fucked it up
They
in
leaked the
10 different
trailer.
ways. And then the servers crashed when it was supposed
Yeah, I
to.
was a fool. I saw that leaked trailer like a
Yeah,
fool.
the
I didn't
leaked
know it was a
trailer.
sabotage.
The trailer leaked, yeah. And Scott Middleton already had a hit piece ready to write on it on the leaked trailer. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, I fucking love how like all these bloggers talk so much shit and Zach just ignores them. But the
Yeah.
one fucking dude that he's like, fuck you, is that
Fuck
Scott
this
Mendelson guy.
dude.
He was relentless. Zach was
No.
relentless against
He was
Scott
like,
Mendelson.
how cool of you to comment on a leaked teaser. And
Yeah.
we were just like, oh my god, Zach's going in. He's fucking going in finally on one of these
Was that
loser
that
blogs.
Mendel dude?
Yeah,
Scott
the dude that looks
Middleton.
like a fucking perverted librarian and shit.
He looks like a creep. Like even his profile picture.
Oh, he's the cuties guy, right?
Why did you take that? Like, why did you choose that picture? You look such like a creep. It's so fucking weird. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's a strange guy, and if you've ever
He was
seen
like-
his interviews,
Zach
Honestly-
was like, this isn't your Saturday morning cartoons that you should stick to. This is for adults. I was like, oh my god, bro. Zach,
I honestly don't
Zach
get
went
the
in on
people.
that, dude.
I don't get the people that prefer like James Gunn style over Zack Snyder. Like, I'll be fair. Like, I gave the Suicide Squad. It took me a while to watch the Suicide Squad or whatever. I gave it a fair chance, and the best opinion that I could come up with is like if I wasn't invested in the DC, I would watch that movie. I guess it'd be like entertaining, you know, like
Well,
if I didn't.
this is the thing I tell Frank about. Like when I watch the Thor movies, I just sit there and turn my brain off for like
Yeah.
2 hours, and I'm like, whatever, that was a movie. But when Frank watches it, he's a fan of the character, and so he's
Yeah.
like, he's pissed off the whole fucking time because he's like, fuck, they're destroying my boy, right?
yeah, that's
It's that same thing. Like James Gunn doesn't
it's
give
like,
a fuck about
what
the
I
fans.
what I don't understand though is that like a lot of like James Gunn fans are like, it's like they accuse the Snyder fans of being like, oh, you guys just want it your way, but it's like, no, that's you that you're talking about, because
Yeah,
you want everything to not be serious and to be like some Judd Apatow type humor.
Well, what I think is ironic is that, like, actually, I think the James Gunn fans have convinced themselves that he's more comic accurate, right? And
Yeah,
like,
Mm.
that's the difference, like, that I'm trying to say. Like, so, like, when I get into arguments with people on Twitter about Thor Ragnarok or Thor Love and Thunder, right? I say Taika Waititi hates the character. Like the same way people say Zach does, right? But except Taika Waititi legit hates Thor and is on the record saying he hates the character in the comics.
He's on record
Right.
hating comics in general.
Yeah, so when I say that, they shut the fuck up immediately. I never ever get a reply back from that. Like, you know, because it's just a fact. And then but James Gunn, people are dying on the hill that this dude is like copying and pasting comics, which
He's not at all.
I don't see that,
At all, 0%.
He's not at all. And it's
I feel
ridiculous
like
to even make that claim. Like his shit
Like-
looks so cheesy. It's ridiculous. Maybe that's what they're saying. Maybe they're like, comic books are silly, so his movies are silly, and that's
yeah,
why
that's what I was saying. There's
they don't read
I want
any
to say
serious
there's a
comic
group of people that feel like these comic books are supposed to be camp. They're supposed to be like from the golden or silver age. You know,
That's
that you're
James Gunn's
you're
whole
supposed to
thing.
keep them like a Saturday cartoon, but
Yeah.
you know what we want is the afternoon cartoon Justice League Unlimited shit. You know what I mean?
Fucking Final Crisis shit.
Yeah, like
You got Kingdom Come, like that's the tone that I enjoy. I don't know, maybe
because we got a lot of
Oh,
kiddie
people-
cartoons for these characters.
That
Enough
was
of it.
so
Honestly.
that was so beautiful, Koji. Afternoon, yes. Like when you come home from school, it's fucking 3:00, 4:00, and you're watching the fucking Justice League. And
Yeah,
the tunnel
dude.
fight-
You know, after school, it's like the
tunnel fight-
Batman.
The tunnel fight feels like a fucking Saturday morning Justice League cartoon episode. The tunnel fight. It always
Yeah,
felt like-
of
Yeah.
Unlimited, right?
yeah, it does.
Definitely. That's what I want because you know
But, like-
that's there too.
Frank, I wouldn't really have a problem with them liking that corny, cheesy shit if I could also just have my shit too. Like,
See,
let
why
us
does one have to be the
both.
expense of the other?
Yeah, let us have both. You guys do your shit. Just let me have mine, okay? Like, let me enjoy the style and the tone of these characters that I like.
Well, I agree with
Hashtag
that.
fuck cancel culture.
Realistic.
Well, I agree.
And it's
with
funny too because they think we're the ones that are pretentious because they're like, oh, like all that Snyder shit is pretentious, but it's like, no, dude, like you not wanting to take shit serious is fucking far more pretentious. Like that's like oh, like you everything has to be funny and not serious, dude. Like you're the cool guy in the room, not us.
Only people,
Like, where's our people for X-Men the animated series? That shit was hard too.
dude, only people who like hate comics or laugh at comics as a medium say that
Yep.
shit. They say that
Mm.
comics have to be silly. Like that's what like people of well, not my generation think that comic books are like silly and they're supposed to be funny and for kids and shit, right? But like The Dark Knight Returns came out in the 80s. Like comics haven't been that for a while. So I don't know.
I mean, I don't
No,
think
I
I
feel
don't
you.
think it's all that cheesy, man. I mean, I think I'm willing to bet though that a lot of the people that speak on this really don't even read it, even though they claim they do, and they shall tell you that you don't, because like
They
you
see
know,
like a panel on Twitter and they're like, "Oh my god, it's so accurate."
yeah, like it's like they'll pick a panel or like something that looks like it but without the context, and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you see, it's this." But for instance, like Superman for a while, I was telling Gio about this because like people like to especially in the 90s and stuff, like it's ironic because people like to shit on like these artists and stuff, but a lot of the best stories that flourished during that time, like for me the 90s Superman era is easily the best era of comic books, but it's because the story was very serious. And
Yeah.
like for the most part, like that's when you had the death of Superman and stuff, which is like all
Exactly.
everybody talks about.
That's
And like
when they introduced like stakes into the comics. You're like, "Oh shit, Superman can die? Fuck, everybody can die then." Like, holy shit, what's gonna
And
happen?
because he died, that gave a lot of ratings to the show Lois and Clark because the comics they didn't bring Superman back for a long ass time, so people were drawn to that show too.
Yeah, for like
It
a
was like
year.
groundbreaking in like the culture of pop entertainment.
Yeah, that shit made national news when they killed Superman. But they
Yeah,
brought him
that's
back,
how I
like,
found out about it as a
a
kid. I
year
wasn't even
later.
into Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have had Henry Cavill come back with a mullet, but
Hold on. I
And a
like
beard.
I like when Frank talks about 90s comics because he wasn't even like born then. He was born in like 2001 or
yeah,
something.
but I'm a comic historian over here.
And that's the history. Don't worry, Frank. I got you. I was alive during that time.
I mean,
I can
I was
confirm.
born in the mid '90s, but yeah, I mean,
I was
Okay.
born when MTV was formed.
because
19.
you were alive in fucking World War II, dog.
I probably was, man.
no,
That's
Gio
probably why I
was
got the scar
alive
on my back.
during World War One.
No, I'm older than all you guys. I want to hold that title.
There's no way you're older than Gio. Gio's like 90.
No, we did the math. Actually, Jeff Purdy's older than me by like 2
Dude,
months.
You
Oh,
He's the
called
really?
oldest.
you called Gio a woman and he fucking left.
Yo, no, I called him
Frank, you guys got to work it out.
a 40-year-old woman.
Oh, I turned
Yeah,
43 next month.
that was uncalled for, Frank.
Not only just a 40-year-old woman, a 40-year-old white woman on Facebook that crops her
That
friends
was
out
the
of
line.
photos so this way they
It was
can
the
have
white woman that got him going.
Yeah, I know. He actually threatened to block me over text, so
Oh, bro. You took the skewer and you made it hot.
Why don't you guys hang out in New York City? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
one, if I lived in New York City, I just fucking skateboard everywhere. That's all I do.
Bro, I don't want to be
and you
mean,
get
but
kicked
like
off of most
I can only
properties.
handle so much Geo, so I understand Frank. I
All right,
wouldn't hang out with him.
Nah,
thought
I'm
you were
on
about to
deprived.
be
Don't want
mean
more of
to
you
me.
guys.
And say you can only handle so much me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, mas amigos.
Yo, that weekend was magical. We had together, man. Not to be gay or anything, but
That's the prettiest thing I've ever heard you say about anything.
I was about to, we're walking. To
But it's true.
When we said bye to Rob Carlin, everyone was all emotional and stuff, and like we walked.
Yo, I got to post that.
yo, you say bye.
I got
to
that
the
video of
first
you guys
person,
doing
and you're
the
like, oh,
Top
shit,
Gun.
it's really happening.
We were walking to Koji's car, and Ben was like, I feel gay.
Ay, yo.
He was like, I feel gay.
Hold on, I need more context.
Good to be
I don't
happy.
remember this. What happened?
Because we were all
You were laughing about it in the car, dog.
we were all saying bye to Rob Carlin, and it was all like everyone was being all like sentimental and shit. And so I'm guessing.
I'm still sentimental over that shit.
And then we were walking to Koji's car, and then you're just like, you took like a sigh. You're like, I feel gay.
New Yorkers.
I feel gay.
So I was like, we were too emotional talking to Rob, is what I was saying.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing, bro.
I have this like very.
She's
very
not that
Dude,
good.
Remember
sense.
those? How I fucking bought those Snyder fucking chips that were like buffalo.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, you bought Snyder's.
Snyder's pretzels.
Snyder's pretzels.
Had nothing to do with Zach. I'm not like. It's not like, oh, I bought it because Zach Snyder.
Oh, I thought that this.
I mean, I thought you did.
No, I bought it because I fucking love pretzels. But they were
good pretzels.
They were buffalo.
Yo, Andy definitely bought it because of Snyder, but he just
No,
was like, he's
Frank.
just trying to cover his tracks. He's like, nah, that's not why. So when you see those pictures of me at the event with those, it's not why.
Oh, what were you trying to? Why'd you bring that up, Andy?
What?
Why'd you bring up the pretzels?
Because I'm fucking hungry as fuck.
I thought you were gonna go on some tangent about how they meant something to you, or like how we ate them. I don't know.
I mean, they were fucking good.
They were bomb, dude.
Yeah, they went really well with my drunk ass. Yeah, they're pretty good.
All right. So what are we gonna talk about now, or are we done, or what's going on?
I mean, I got time.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
Frank's got time. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to bounce in a bit though.
Yeah, I gotta go to work in the morning. Unfortunately,
I gotta get.
we'll probably cut off here, but yeah, we need to do like we'll do a pod where we don't record it, and then we'll bring in Hamad and we'll talk strategy about stuff. Well, shit, the FBI is probably gonna listen to that chat on Skype. We'll use the chat. We'll use the chat.
They fucking listen to fucking everything. There's no more privacy.
They are Superman.
All right.
They already know what we're about. And they're like, these guys are harmless.
They're the other thing. That's fucking.
What are we calling this episode? I probably
Wait.
won't have this
I
up
have
for like
a
a week or
question.
something.
I have a question before we leave. With Cyborg, and he's like, "I'm not broken. I'm not alone, bitch." And then the three. What are those three witches?
The mother boxes. They represent the mother box.
I know they're the mother box.
They're the nerd queens.
Oh man.
That's
So
what I
who's in
kept
Rebel
thinking.
Moon from
Like the first
TPZ?
time I watched that, oh look, I was like, oh, look,
Oh
it's
man,
creepy.
this is
But then
gross.
they
I don't
lost
even
me.
do it.
No, I said goals, remember? But
Said what?
I said that. Never mind. No,
Who
I
who
know,
from
but the,
TPZ is in Rebel Moon? That's the question.
I know they're mother boxes, bro. But I know that. But there was something
mean-
else. Like
Why
Zach.
did they look so creepy?
No, Zach.
What they represent?
No, Zach said that he referenced the way they look off of like the three witches of something.
Oh really? Oh, like the Nords of Fate.
Something like that, yeah.
It would, I think so. It's some either Nord or Arthurian. Is that what you call it? The Excalibur stuff?
Oh,
Lore?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
There's a
remember what you're
Fate,
saying.
Nords of Fate, whatever mythology you're working off of. It's
That's
like
that's
No, but even in Greek mythology, weren't there three women who
the
control the threads
fate,
of
and
life or
there's three of
something?
them. Yeah, and they share one eye or whatever.
well.
There
Isn't
you go. That one.
Yeah, but these had a bunch of different eyes.
well the
Well,
But
Greek
yeah,
mythology? Doesn't he reference that in like 300?
he references Greek mythology in every movie he's ever done.
Well, I
Pretty
mean, I'm talking
much.
about with the Nords specifically in 300. Like,
I
wasn't
don't.
that like the prophecy thing at the
No,
beginning of the
no,
movie?
those are just the religious zealots in
Also, they're
Sparta.
just fucked up
He
people.
goes, yeah, he goes to one of the apostles or whatever, one of the priests, and they like sacrifice a virgin or something to tell them the future. I don't remember what it was. It was something like that where they like went and they consulted so the in ancient Greece they had like these priests, and the priests would all have like sex with this one priestess, and the priestess would be like, I remember Zach explaining this on like the Blu-ray extras of 300, so you can watch this on there if you want. But he talks about how like in Sparta specifically, they would all have sex with this priestess, and then they would like she would provide like a revelation of like should they go to war or not or something like that, and then they would like
it was an
get her
oracle.
really drugged up, and then they'd kill her or something. It was like this weird sacrifice ritual thing they had.
They were oracle. They would have sex with the oracle.
Oracles. Thank you.
Well, on that note, I gotta go get a hamburger.
So what
Oh,
time?
I just got back from being cut off again.
Hold on, but are you going to In-N-Out?
Yes.
What? Fuck off.
Why?
Yo, I took Hamad to In-N-Out the last night because
Oh,
I was
did
like,
you
I felt
really?
bad. I was like, oh, we didn't get no In-N-Out. I introduced him to
Man, you hate
grilled
In-N-Out.
onions.
Sucks, bro. I can't believe you did that. Poor Hamad.
Why? In-N-Out, I
That's
wanted to go
fair.
to the whole time. Didn't have to make no
I thought you
reservation
I
for
said you
didn't miss
In-N-Out.
hated-
all the
I
conversations
thought
we
you
had
said
about
you hated
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out, and then
Oh, I did? Shit.
Ben, I thought you said you hated In-N-Out.
I did. I just did again. Yeah, I don't like In-N-Out. It sucks.
Oh, my bad. In-N-Out,
Oh,
it was all right, bro.
I thought you were saying fuck off because like that's what you want.
No, fuck off, because gross.
Oh, check out the chat.
That shit's so empty, bro.
Checking out the chat.
Yeah, Hamad
Oh.
said something.
Hamad
Wait.
wants to jump in, but we're about to cut it off.
No, well, we can't
Yeah.
cut it off now. If Ahmad wants to jump in.
I gotta go though.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
Or maybe pass the torch. Hamad and you guys take control while we hear
We'll
Andy
just
eat
we'll
his
just
burger.
we'll just do another pod tomorrow.
Yeah.
The mod can come. And then
Sounds good. All right.
Tomorrow we won't record it. We'll just talk about our plans.
Yeah. You gotta cut out the stuff.
What stuff?
The Hamad. The gummies.
I don't cut anything, sorry.
Oh, bro.
Why? We didn't say anything to me.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I was just agreeing with you. That's all.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later.
All right. See you guys.
What an end. My bad.
Have a good one.